Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Tinker's Construct Vault Hunters Plus. So, in this episode, we are going to be changing our difficulty to impossible. We're also going to be going on hard difficulty for actual Minecraft difficulty, so that the vaults are even more insane. Go straight into this vault. It looks like this is a scavenger vault. Of course, it is a plunderer vault, so it yields no experience, has a lower chance of finding an artifact, but 10% more loot and slightly more ores, which means that because we are specifically searching for ores in this vault, although it is on impossible difficulty, so this will be a little bit tougher than usual, we should still be able to get quite good loot from it. These mobs have a lot of health, which is unfortunate, but we should be able to utilize that to our advantage to get increased damage and everything with our swords. So, in addition to that, as you guys can see, I have two of the same sword. One on my offhand, one on my main hand. That is because these swords have dual wielding. They're from Tinker's Construct. They both have the dual wielding modifier, and one is heroic. The other one is heroic, but not as high experience-wise. They are exactly the same other than that. Oh, that's a champion. But the reason why I duplicated them is because now I can just click with both swords per hit, as opposed to having to intertwine my hits at random intervals and worrying about that. But these guys, I wonder how much damage they'll do if they hit me. I'm kind of worried because the damage is like 4 times the normal damage for impossible level difficulty, and overall it just is super scary. So I don't know if I'm even prepared for it. Anyways, black opal up there, and now anything around this corner? Nope. Means I guess we get to go up and find ourselves some more ores up here. Hooray. And these mobs have so much health, which is unfortunate, but it does mean that, oh shoot, they're each doing like 6 damage in a hit. That's a little worrisome, but we'll be able to survive for now. But if they're doing 6 hearts a hit, that's a little bit much, a little bit scary. Although the amount of ores that we get from this vault will definitely be worth it no matter what. So all we gotta do is just make sure that we survive. I did get a skeleton skull, so we acquired the skeleton skull already. We have 1 purple mob essence though, which means that we do need a couple more, 7 more to be precise. But it'll work, it'll work. So this guy is invisible, but thanks to the glowing modifier, we can actually see him. And we're being attacked from behind, which is suboptimal. I don't like being kidnapped or stuck into a corner. You guys are scary. Impossible level difficulty vaults are scary, man. Like, there's a chance that some of these mobs could be doing, like, up to 7, probably 12 hearts in a hit, and that's why we're not going into any dungeons right now, because oh my gosh, the chance that we would die is way too high, especially if the dungeon is a higher rarity or a higher level, like impossible. An impossible level dungeon will actually be impossible. So is this the way to go to the next room? Better be. Yep, good. And thanks to our trinket, we get to have a little glowing thing. I do wonder, though, how much XP we'll get for these mobs, but it is a little worrisome. So that's a wooden chest. I need stuff from coin piles, but I don't actually need anything from the wooden chests, so we can just kind of... How much damage will we take if we get stuck into a corner with 5 of them? Okay, we took like a considerable amount of damage, but we ended up healing most of it, so it wasn't crazy risky, but okay. We do need to get some more of the purple mob essence though, and opening up wooden chests is always good because you have a good chance of getting some inscription pieces. So it looks like all wooden chests over there. Those are some more nates up here. Okay, that guy could have been very bad, because that guy was a ultra rare level guy, and if he hit me, that could have been the end of me, but thankfully he missed, or seemed to have missed. Anywho, just gonna go down here a little bit. Of course, the best way for me to do this, because of the way everything's set up with these mobs and with everything, is going to be to fight them all in a line. So we're gonna need to get them all over here. That guy's an archer, so we want to eliminate him first. And I'm going to turn down mob sounds because this is going to get very loud. So we're going to turn them down to 5%. Essentially, these guys will just be chasing me. And if I stay out of their direct like path of being able to hit me, I should just be able to run around and take care of them just like I would in zombies. Shoot, that guy heals a lot. Shoot, he's super tanky too. 2,000 health. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a coin pile though, which is what we need because we need 3 green bangles. We got 1 green bangle. We got a green bangle from it. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. Yeah, I'm thinking that this trinket might actually be the trinket to pick because combined with our ability to already search for ores using X-ray, the trinket that we have lets us see where all the chests are in close proximity. Is it only particular kinds of chests? Nope, just chests and coin piles. Let's get you activated. Let's get you activated. That guy's coin pile, so we can just go for that in a second. The guy insta-dissipated, but you've already dissipated. I'm gonna just take care of you guys now. And the great thing about this is that I can just casually sprint around gaining so much Vault XP from these higher level stuff. Ooh, wooden chests, okay. If it'll let me loot wooden chests, apparently. Because these guys do not want to be looted right now. Anyway, I need green bangle. Just gonna, you know what? I don't need to fight y'all. Y'all chilling, it's all good. I'll just leave y'all alone. I can't do anything to me, so it's like, why would I even bother? Come on now. Stupid. Stupid. Let's go. Wait, there's an upstairs area too. So we can loot all the wooden chests up here too. Doesn't matter if we're trapped in a corner or anything, we just don't take enough damage. 1,000 health as well. Good thing that we're doing over 100 damage per second. Because otherwise these guys would be a pain. A little crazy how fast we can get our damage per second, so it's kind of impressive. Anyway, it looks like there's a living dungeon over here that I do want to grab real quick. It's because there's living chests, which are perfect for acquiring all the loot that we may need. Get all the living chests, take care of you, get a bunch of burger ingredient. Some more coin piles over here for us to get even closer to achieving our goal. I do need to lower the scaling health difficulty, and the only way to do that is actually by, you need to kill a ton of passive mobs to get, I think they're enchanted heart. Because there's enchanted hearts and then there's cursed hearts. Enchanted hearts will lower your difficulty, whereas cursed hearts increase your difficulty. Okay, we've already been in here. This is where we came from. So that means we're going south, but I gotta get out of here first. There we go. We go down south. We sprint around. More coin piles. We should be able to get all the green bangles from there, and then we do have the purple mob essence already that we need, so should be able to get all the green bangles. These guys. I mean, fingers crossed, right? Like, come on now. We got the last green bangle. We got a cracked pearl. We got everything we needed. Perfect. Now we go. Okay, so apparently if you use the double jump right when you're about to actually go through the process of dashing, it will just not work. That's fun. Anyway, we need to loot a bunch of wooden chests still, so cool, free loot. All of these mobs chasing after us, all poisoned and cursed, all cursed and poisoned. The tier 3 husks having over 1,100 HP. Oh my gosh. I love how each of the basic vault fighters has like 400 HP as well. Crazy. Crazy town. We gotta... That blight guy does a lot of damage and goes super fast. Yo, can you like evacuate yourself? Thank you. Also, green banangles. There we go. Now all we need to do is deposit the purple mob essence, which we're already good on. I don't need to worry about anything. I have the purple mob essence in my hand already. So we're good there. And then now we gotta go upstairs again. Up the stairs. And then we go up here. What kind of POI is this? It's like a half wall with stuff hidden behind it? Okay. Interesting. Very intriguing. Just get a couple more coins. Free coins. You'll love to see it. Just gotta take care of all of these mobs. I wonder how much XP. I think, leave your guys' guesses in the comments for how much XP we're gonna get for this vault, because I'm suspecting that we're gonna get over 60k. Enervated. Healing in the vault is very inefficient. That's not good. Oh, I guess we messed up the altar. That sucks. Oh well. It is what it is, and it's fine because there's nothing that can really even do a ton of damage unless we go into a risky spot. Or get surrounded, which would never happen. Of course, definitely not foreshadowing, or... I mean, I guess we've already been surrounded and we're fine, so... Yeah, because we have the poison, so everything is poisoned, and then everything that's poisoned has a 90% chance to spread the poison when it dies, and then do ability power poison damage, so it's like, everything will just chronically poison everything else, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see if there's any ores. Okay, there's some ores over there. We don't have anything to search for ores, but we do have the best trinket, which is the treasure goggles. It is the best trinket by far for the way that the series is set up, and it fits with the Tinker's like theme. But I cannot wait to activate create and just have the best setup possible for Tinkers / create, because the combos you do with that are immaculate. They're so good. Anywho. UI over here. There we go. Come on now. Okay, you four. You guys have been naughty. Naughty, naughty. Naughty, 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 naughty boys. Cease. Disappear, disappear. See, they only have like... Okay, we're almost to the next tier beyond heroic, which is insane. Like, just... XP wise, that means that the sword has done over 200,000 damage, which is just a little bit incredible. Anywho, we're going, I think we're going south, so that means we're going west this time, because we need to get ores. Oh, there's ores right over here. I see. Let's go get the ores, yes. Now, see? We acquire the ores, and then we steal them. We steal them from the miners. And not the kind of miners that Dr. Disrespect be talking to. We're going to the miners, we get the miners, we take care of the miners, and there we go. Okay, that's that. Perfect. Now, I just need to quickly take care of you guys. There we go. And we're just going to complete the vault right here, right now. We got a bunch of loot. I'm guessing 73,000 experience. Right now, we're about to see though. Oh shoot, 0 experience because I forgot it was Plunder Vault. My brain addled apparently, but we would have gotten like 4k, now like 3.5k from those, 8k from those. What from mine stuff? 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000. We would have gotten a lot of stuff from that, but it would not have been 73k. Scavenger crate. We got another trinket, which is perfect. Let me deposit and organize everything, and then we'll get right into going through all the loot from all the loot that we got from that vault equates to this. We got a bunch of pieces of vault gear. We got a ton of vault bronze, vault silver, and vault gold that we're gonna craft up into vault platinum. So let's get that crafting. 3 stacks and 3 of vault silver, which is 35 vault gold, which is 3 vault platinum. Quite amazing. Then we also have all of the vault ores. Of course, we're not going to mine the big boys just yet, just because we have such amounts of them that there's no reason for us to do that right now. But we are going to put down other guys and mine all of them, including painite, because we do need a little bit more painite for a project coming soon. Anywho, we get the painite down, the xenium down, a little bit of the black opal, and now it is time to first activate flight, and then now we're gonna mine them we're gonna see just what we end up getting. So, got all of these guys, and 17 Painite, 4 Gorgonite, 19 Black Opal, 11 Xenium, 14 Alexandrite. Perfect. It's a lot of Xenium. So now, it's time to start rolling the Vault gear. Looks like we've got 3 pieces of Scrappy Plus. Hopefully we get something common or beyond. You never know, though. Rare. And Omega from the Scrappies. Okay. Will we get the same from the commons is the real question. Only time will tell. So, come on. Common. Dang. I cannot believe we got a rare and an Omega from the Scrappies, and then we just got all commons from the commons. Anyways, these guys, rare. Same with the rares. Why are Scrappy Pluses the best? I just don't understand. Epic Plus? Come on, just Epic? Dang. Anywho, Vault Trinket. Potentially we could get another set of Treasure Goggles or Golden Burgers. Either one. Ooh. Spellbook is also a good one. But now that we know and we have it, we can actually craft up more of them depending on a bunch of situations. So, anywho, let's come right over here. Claim our bounty. Light the braziers or hunt the guardians. We need to hunt the guardians anyways. So, we're going to also get ourselves something good. Assassin mobs, Pottery shards, pizza night, Xenium. Okay. Just free echo, I guess. Worth it. Anywho, we get all that stuff, and now we're just gonna chuck all this in here. No real reason to carry on with that, but that is going to be the end of this episode, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you have a recommendation for something I should try in the future, whether it be a different mod pack or anything, leave it in the comments. What we're going to be doing is plopping in a Vault Crystal and applying all of these catalysts to it. So, the way to do this is you have to actually strategically plop them in and take out the right ones, and eventually you can get it so that some of them are not cursed. It's very finicky though, but I think this is all we're going to be able to do, and we're going to end up with several curses, which are going to suck, but overall the loot that we'll get from this vault will be absurd. So, do I have any moats to remove curses? Moat. Nope. That's unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. We're gonna get a bunch of negative modifiers, bunch of wooden chests. It's gonna be insane. So let's just go up here. Let's just get a nice little thumbnail shot for that guy, and let's go right into this vault. This is gonna be crazy. Let's do it. I'm just curious how many living or wooden chests we're going to open in this vault. If you guys have any idea, leave it in the comments, and I'm going to quickly read all of the modifiers that we have. So, first, Plunderer, Wooden, Clumsy, Draining, Ruthless mobs, Onslaught, Chunky mobs, Rapid mobs. So, the mobs are going to be crazy. Also, I should probably disable Flight just so that we don't end up cheating in here. And we're just gonna go. We're gonna see what we can do. Yeah, this is a little cursed. I'm not gonna lie, this is super cursed. I don't think we should run vaults with this many curses, but usually we don't have to worry about curses because it's not really something that we have to worry, but, you know, it's a little crazy. I don't think that we, holy, this is a little crazy. Yeah, do not run these kinds of vaults. You can't hit any, I can't hit any of the mobs. The mobs do so much damage. Okay, we're just gonna escape, and then I'm gonna have to make another Vault Crystal that we can actually run, because, oh my gosh, that is absurd. What the, jeez. Okay, I'm leaving. So I was able to fix it, and now what we can do is, I'm actually out of Dreamstone. Shoot. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to go with a 20x wooden, 18x random negative vault. And I'm gonna reactivate Flight real quick so we can get up here, so we can get into this insane vault. My voice is also leaving, so I'm gonna need to get some water real quick before we head in here. Okay, now let's head straight into the vaults and see what kind of loot we will end up getting from all of these wooden chests. Now you guys can predict how many we're gonna get. So it is a 1x cursed, plunderer, wooden, clumsy, draining, ruthless mobs, onslaught, chunky mobs vault. We're going to activate the starting point, a little waypoint, just so we have our way to get back. And I do think though that the changes that I made will make it so that into future vaults, they will be not cursed whatsoever. But it does seem like the singular curse makes it a little, interesting to say the very least. Because this vault is a little crazy. So maybe we run one without a curse on it. Okay, this one has no curses. We're gonna go into it because the curses just, they're so unnecessary and terrible for content right now that we're just going to ignore that they even exist because we don't need to where we're at right now. So all we need to do is find ourselves a little wooden POI, a normal wooden POI, just to see just how crazy we can get it to be, because these guys are exactly what we came for. Although I should probably take off the goggles if I'm taking a thumbnail shot. Actually, I can't take them off because we're already in the vault, so we're just gonna have to leave them on, which is fine. Okay, it takes a long time to mine these guys. Will we actually loot all of them at once, though, if we do mine them? Is the real question. Okay, so yes, I am contemplating allowing us to make a tinker's pickaxe or find a way to have them, the tinker stuff, like the vault stuff in tinkers and have it all mesh. I'm trying to work on it, but it's taken a while. Anywho, yeah, put your guesses for how many wooden chests we're going to loot in the comments. We are not going for anything other than wooden chests right now because we have no reason to. We have no want to. There's no point to not go for only wooden chests in this vault. So that's all we're gonna do. I don't even know if this vault's gonna be completed or not, but we will just go for wooden chests. If we open other chests, it's because they're right next to wooden chests and we accidentally clicked on them. Big wooden POI over here. Okay, okay. I gotta get another shot of this, though. Okay, you are annoying me. There we go. Take care of you. Grab a couple inscription pieces. Mod boxes are dope. Look, you mobs do not... Okay, shoot, they actually do a lot of damage because we're in impossible difficulty still. Because I'm not changing the difficulty down any further. Let's do this. Come on now. There we go. Take care of you guys. Then we can come over here. That's a bunch of living chests. We don't need anything else from this room. Let us leave to go find even more wooden chests. Because, oh my gosh, that's an X marks the spot room. Ignore that. If you're playing this mod pack, just be aware, X marks the spot rooms, don't try and go into them. They will break your game. Like, they will just crash. And then sometimes you'll need to use a backup for your world, because your world won't even work. So just be fully aware that that is something that happens. And, yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer, but it's the best I could do. Anywho, let's take care of all of the mobs down here before I loot all these wooden chests, because I'm going to have to mine them, and that's going to take a while, and I want to just take care of all the mobs first. Holy. Okay, these guys are actually doing a decent amount of damage to me. That's not good. They got me down below 7 rows of hearts. Come on now. You and your tool are living legends. What that's referring to is I just upgraded one of my katanas to the tier beyond heroic, which is legendary. And now we just gotta mine these wooden chests, which is gonna take a second. Please be patient. Well, I was mining the chests, and of course we hit a trap, so a bunch of these guys spawned, so we gotta take care of them now. But a little bit of extra free, no XP, because we don't get XP for this, but It is stalling us from getting to actually go through all of the wooden chests, which is a little bit of an annoyance. We must remove them from the equation completely. This guy has so much health, though. Oh my gosh. Now we're able to mine these wooden chests perfectly. Come on now. Perfect. And now mine even more wooden chests. This is taking so long. Oh my gosh. But at least we're gonna get all the wooden chests. Because opening these guys up one by one, I would definitely miss something. Now we can open up all the excess ones. Go through, grab everything good that we may have missed. Like the vault diamonds, which we need copious amounts of. There's one in there that I left. Of course, these mobs are going to spawn. It's a little bit of an annoyance, but we can at least take care of them fast. So it's not something that I have to worry about crazily. That guy spawned more mobs, didn't he? Yep, of course. Anywho, there's what looks to be more wooden chests over around this corner, so we can go get you guys too. Spawn all the mobs that come along with it, of course. Just take care of everything together. Come on now. These guys have so much health. I gotta nerf their health by finding those enchanted hearts. But the issue with them being is that they just take a while to farm because you just need passive mobs in order to farm enchanted hearts. But overall, it is definitely going to be worth it. So we will be doing that soon. But now we need to find even more wooden chests. The sheer amount of wooden chests in each of these POIs is insane because this one usually only has like 3 chests, but instead it has like 20, which is just, it's crazy. I mean, it's like free loot, but it is just absurd the amount of these chests that we're getting here. And the issue being is that it's just taking so much longer to actually get to them than it is to actually take care of them. But anyway, we're able to get so many chests. I'm gonna do this for a little bit longer, and then we're gonna get out of this vault and just kind of see the fullest extent of what you can get from a wooden chest only insane vault. Okay, we're just getting back to the entrance now. We're just gonna escape real quick and see just how many chests we mined. We looted 544 chests, all of them wooden. All of them wooden, 67 trapped, a lot of them common, 10 omegas, 37 epics. And the loot we ended up getting from it is mostly not in here, but we did get quite a bit in here. We got a bunch of vault diamonds, 57 vault diamonds, 39 inscription pieces. Didn't end up getting any catalyst fragments. We got vault plating, wooden chunks, all the normal stuff. A bunch of normal vault plating, a bunch of vault essence, magic silk, driftwood, bounty pearls, Joker shells. Overall, not really the best use of our dreamstones and other stuff, but honestly not a terrible use either. It was either this or some other kind of challenge thing, and this just seemed like a more interesting thing for me to do. But if you guys do want to see me running different kinds of vaults with different amounts of negative modifiers, different living things, different other stuff, please leave that in the comments below. We're going to be running a 5x extended, 5x living, 5x ornate, 5x gilded, 5x wooden, soul boost, wealthy, plentiful, 5x accustomed, and 23 random negative modifiers. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take a bunch of these enchanted hearts and we are going to eat them so that our scaling health difficulty is down to 1. So now that it's down to 1, what we'll be able to do is plop this crystal right in here. And now what we should be able to do is just run this vault like normal. This sword is at legendary level. This sword is at heroic level. We're just gonna see what we can do to level them up and have a great time in this vault. So first off, let me disable flight. And now let's switch off to the other pickaxe. Let's double check our pouches, make sure we have loot space, and let's head directly into the vault. The main goal for this vault is getting beyond level 50, and ideally we can get to level 55. So let's start off with marking our starting room and giving it a second to load in because it's a little laggy right now. But we got a bunch of these guys. We can swing both of our swords at once because they both have dual wielding. If you guys want a full breakthrough or breakdown of how Tinker's stuff works in here, then please let me know. Also, these mobs have so much health due to the level and also difficulty as well as the add-ons and everything So this is going to be a little tough because we are on impossible difficulty, but it should be reasonably doable. And it is a brazier vault, so thanks to that, we'll be able to actually just kind of waltz through it, just making sure to check everything if we can. Of course, we don't really have a goal other than to loot as many chests as we possibly can in here. That's exactly what we're going to do. I am going to be focusing on adding Unbreakable to our swords for the next modifiers, but not a super big deal right now. The main focus, again, for this vault is just going to be getting as much loot and opening as many chests and killing as many mobs as possible in order to maximize our amount of XP gain. So this guy, I'll activate Poison Nova, open up that chest. There's a bunch of these guys, the alligator snapping turtles, and the main issue with them is just how much health they have. They have a substantial amount of health. They don't take a ton of damage as well because they are very good at not taking damage. So as you can see, we have taken so much damage. We've already taken 4 rows of health because there's 3 champions right here. Finally got rid of one of them. So now we got to focus on the next weakest one, which is this guy who keeps healing because, again, this is an impossible level vault. And so all of the champions will have an additional modifier. So champion mobs, when they spawn in, they have between 1 and 3 modifiers normally, and between 2 and 5 in the impossible level vaults. In fragged, it's a little bit higher for the maximum, but the minimum is still 2. But having a minimum of 2 means that on average you're getting ones with like 4 or higher, which is a little crazy. Also, the reason why I'm looting so many of these guys is because we're actually going to be working on making the best vault magnet in all of Vault Hunters. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a long process, so please stay tuned because it has been a challenge getting even to where I'm at right now. And getting a little bit farther, while not impossible, is going to be quite some time. So please be patient with me for that. Also, these little death cap boys. And my dual wielding makes this a breeze. So we want to grab every inscription piece we can. Of course, we don't need to grab everything possible from these, but having bounty pearls is nice. Of course, these death caps have so much health. We have no real reason to not take a bunch of damage because, again, our armor still needs to take damage in order to level up. So I have no reason to not take damage. I just gotta monitor my health. Like, if we're taking way too much damage, then I cannot be standing still. So there's a bunch of mobs down here. What I really want to do is find there it is, soul boost, clumsy. Okay, trap disarm chance going down is fine. Of course, the main reason why I'm going through all of these POIs is to get all the mobs to spawn so that I can just run around and kill them all at once. Because it's not really worth waiting. Because, again, I have massive sweeping edge on both of the swords. And so because of that, just get massive AoE attacks. But also, this guy has so much health. 2200, 2800. Or 2280, okay. It was like 2800, jeez. Anywho, we just gotta hit all these guys, take care of this champion by the final. He's taking so much damage because he keeps healing for 100 every time he hits me, which is annoying. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's not the worst in the world. Also, we need to get dreamstones. Dreamstones are the only way to create more of the vault catalysts. And vault catalysts are the only way for us to get into more vaults like this, that have, you know, so many different modifiers. Like, it's amazing that we're able to do this, but that's due to some of the changes and also several other things. Overall, it just makes it quite nice. Anyway, there's coin piles right here. Grab these guys real quick. Open up all the living chests. Mine all the coin piles again, because coin piles are great. You'll love to see it. Of course, I could have brought a bunch of vault fruits in here for this, but, you know, it's not really worth it, to be perfectly honest, to get all the vault fruits and everything. Because the time that they give versus the HP that they take away is not exactly economical, at least not for the time being. Although in the future, we will be using it to make a couple different exploits and things of that nature. So, starting rooms that way, which means that we are just gonna open up a couple more chests, well, diamond, a couple more chests, and then get out of here. Come on now, let's get to the next room. Immediately generous. Plus 5% item quantity. Dope. Let's go. Let's activate you. Let's activate you. Activate you again. Activate you. There we go. There we go. Take care of all of these death cap mushy roomy boys. Of course, they do have a lot of health and they regen a little bit, but over time we'll be able to take care of them. Because, oh my gosh, do they have substantial amounts of health. I wish that there was an easier way for me to decrease their health, but these swords do not do nearly enough damage yet. Of course, they will soon enough, but that's due to something that I'm working on in addition, so stay tuned for that episode. That's going to be a fun one. Anyway, Omega. Okay, we got an Omega chest. Dope, you'll love to see it. What about the ores over here? Anything good? Nothing crazy. That's okay though. The more ores, the merrier. What I'm really looking forward to is just utilizing the goggles, the treasure goggles, forever. Because the treasure goggles plus the burger will increase our by like so much just because we can see every chest. We don't need to use X-ray. It is a shorter range, but it's kind of crazy amazing because it just works. And yeah, it does cost us one of our slots, but overall, over the course of this like series, in and of itself is not going to be the biggest of things. Anywho, so that's that guy taken care of. There's a big dungeon back there. I wonder where the dungeon exit comes from, but so these mushroom boys, come on now. I wonder how much XP, if you guys think that we will get over 100,000 XP from this vault, please leave your ideas in the comments, because I'm thinking that we get under, but only barely. I'm thinking we're gonna end up getting like somewhere in the 90s. Also, holy, that is a lot of chests. I cannot see anything. Gotta take care of you real quick. Of course, mob kills with normal poison don't do anything. So what I have to make sure that I'm doing, so I gotta make sure to grab the vault diamonds and such. What I gotta make sure that I'm doing is at least hitting the mob once, because that's what I need in order to get the actual stuff, which is a bummer. I'm trying to fix that, but with the way that poison and wither work in conjunction with each other, it makes it very difficult. So, anywho, let's finish up looting this room and then try and find something very interesting. Well, that room didn't have much to offer, so now it's time to go into here. This room is looking a little sparse as well, which is unfortunate. We should be able to get something from it, right? Well, that room was actually the most boring room in all of existence, so hopefully this room will be better. Fingers crossed, right? Okay, energizing rapid mobs. Not terrible. Oh, a gilded POI. Nice, nice. Come on now. Please give me something good. Okay, nothing. Pretty much nothing. That's unfortunate. These are some vault diamonds that we grab. Take care of you guys. Little Angie fighters, default fighters. Come on now. Come on now. There's no reason to be in all such of a dizzy or whatever. You're fine. Little slimy poo. Come on now. There we go. We'll just take care of the mushrooms, open up as many of these chests as we can, as quick as we can, and then we'll head over to the next POI, which is also a wooden POI, the death cap. Open up the chests while I take care of that, and then now we drop down. An ore POI, nice. And it didn't spawn a bunch of the death caps, which never want to die. These guys have so much health. They have 2,000 health each. And it's just like, okay, you get healed from poison. Come on now. Just please. Please, just die. There we go. Now I can grab all the ores. Get rid of the small cap. Chests over here. Ooh, big group of mobs. Perfect. I love to see it. Peak XP. Peak XP gain. Because each death cap gives about as much XP as one wave. Or both death caps give as much as one wave from one of those places does. So, ooh, mobs. Okay, can I get some mobs from you as well? I'm trying to take care of the slime. There's so many particle effects going on right now. I just gotta take care of everything. This is insane. This is honestly, the negative modifiers make this so much more interesting because these mobs are actually doing decent damage. They're actually able to, like, hold their own and stuff, and it's kind of worrisome. Anyway, we should be able to take care of these slimes and then get the rest of the loot here. 12 minutes left in this vault, so I do gotta monitor that because I want to stay in here too. But getting as much loot as possible will be a big thing. Taking care of all of the mobs. Doesn't matter if y'all hit me or not, it's fine. Just gotta make sure that I'm the one hitting the right mobs, you know? There we go. Taking care of the Vault Fighter, taking care of the Death Caps, taking care of the small caps, opening up all the chests that I can. Come on now, come on, give me something good, please, at least. Well, nothing good, that's a bummer, but at least what we can do is skedaddle skadoodle, hopefully get ourselves, ooh, big gilded loot. Get both waves of those guys. Then I guess we can go down here, we can come over here. We get the bun fungus, we get that guy, we get that guy. We get the full round of those guys. Come over here, we get those guys. Perfect. Okay, one of them has the attraction one. Also, this might get a little dicey. Because damage dealt-wise, this is gonna be insane. These mobs have way too much health. But, you know, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. Because what I can do is I can poison them and then commit terroristic acts upon their families, and then they'll stop hitting me. It's just that easy. I just pull a US government. It's fine. You and your tool are living legends. That means that I've done over 40,000 damage in this vault. That is absurd. Anywho, open up the gilded chest. Is that a key piece? Yes, it is. We need as many key pieces as we can get, because they are quite rare. Anywho, come on now. Pieces as well are very rare. But we should be able to do this. Come on now. Come on. Okay, you. Open up you. Open up you. You. Okay. There we go. I just gotta take care of all these mobs. There's so many mobs right now. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it is what I want, because that means that there's gonna be so much more XP to gain, but also kind of crazy. Also, make sure to grab you guys. There's a gilded POI and a big common POI over here. Yep. Double traps in a row. That's annoying. Triple traps within 5. Quadruple traps within 6. Okay. Just gotta take care of all these Vault Fighters. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I haven't gone below half health yet, which is good. But it also wouldn't be this difficult normally, just because of how this mod pack is set up, which is hilariously stupid. Get all of those guys. There's some good stuff in there, like Dreamstone. Vault diamonds. Vault diamonds. Nothing. Okay. That's a bummer. Okay, wait. Can I go jump, dash, go up, up, up. Just take care of you guys. That mushroom had way too much health for what it was. What? Did I just click my sword out? Did I click it into one of these barrels? Yeah, I did. Wow. That could have been bad. Glad I noticed, but that was almost very bad. Whew. Just gotta take care of all y'all. There it is. 50% item rarity is kind of crazy. The crazy thing about these vaults is that I can just do them nigh on endlessly and just get all of the loot and everything from them if I need to. Of course, I don't, and I'm not going to. But if I needed to, I could. Also, I just realized that we do not actually have time to continue to loot, as we gotta get going, as our waypoint is 500 meters away, and we still haven't even completed this vault's objective, so I gotta go quick. I can't pass up these ores, though. That's the one thing. Or some of these mobs. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine. There we go. Took care of some of them. Nothing over there. That's fine. I just need the objectives up here, I guess. The objective must be up here. Yep, perfect. Perfect. So we take care of you guys, get some living chests. I'm just gonna loot a couple living chests because we didn't get a ton of them already this vault. And the burger ingredients are gonna be massive for gaining even more XP. I'm just gonna grab them real quick. But you need to head directly back towards there. And take care of all these fighters if we can. Oh my gosh. These guys have so much health. It's crazy. I know I've said it like 12 times already this episode, but oh my gosh. Why are they so crazy with the health? Anywho, we just gotta get final guy. Of course, mining each of these guys is by itself already just huge, so just gonna go with that. Just gotta mine all the vault gold that we can, because the vault gold stuff or coin piles are gonna be crazy good XP wise. Also, it looks like it's just right there. And now it's this way, and now we shall head out of the vault because there's 3 minutes left, because holy wow, that's crazy. Let's do this. Come on. Ooh, okay, there's this room. This room's kind of pointless, but you know, you used to be better. The vaults also used to be a lot worse, but overall, I'm so happy with the improvements for this version compared to 1.16. If you want to watch my series on 1.16 Vault Hunter, give that a shot too. But XP, wow, holy 231,000. Wait, did they go off of each other? Because I think that's what they did, because it's not 3x the XP. It's 2x the XP and then 2x of that. Okay, let's look at it. So, slowed, swift, plentiful, wealthy, gilded, draining, clumsy, chunky mobs, rapid mobs. That's why the mobs had so much health. Energizing, accustomed, soul boost, living, onslaught, extended, generous, copiously, fortuitous, ruthless mobs, chunky mobs, ornate, wooden. And then for the chests we looted 312. We had 27 trap chests, 5 of which were in a row pretty much. 204 wooden, 47 living, 44 gilded, 17 ornate. We mined 212 coin piles, 118 ores, took care of 376 mobs, doing over 122,000 damage and taking just shy of 1,000. We took 900 damage. Slimes gave so much XP, but that is that. We are level 52 already. 2 levels for 1 in that guy, which is kind of crazy, kind of absurd. Anywho, let me sort out all the loot we ended up getting. And what we ended up getting, we have our 2 skill points, which I'm thinking, since we have maxed out Nova, maxed out Toxic Reaction, I think we max out Sorcery, and then we start working on yeah, I think we finish up Sorcery. I wish there were more options. I'm going to remove the skill gates so that we can do the funny things, but for now that's what we're gonna have to settle with. But we also have all of the Vault Bronze to craft up into Vault Gold, so what we're gonna end up with is 2 stacks and 7 Vault Silver. 23 Vault Gold equals 2 Vault Platinum, and that is that. Then we also have a bunch of Knowledge Essence, which we're going to combine up to 18 Knowledge Shards. I also have 128 Beniatite, which we're going to craft up into Perfect Beniatite, which is going to get crafted up into Extraordinary Beniatite, and then we're going to surround that with the Vault Diamonds to craft up 8 Knowledge Ores, which is going to get crafted up into 8 Knowledge Stars. I think I have 1 more in here. That makes 9. Gonna eat all of these guys, which gives us a bunch of leeway. So we have botany pots. What I really need now is a way to have infinite whatever. So what we're gonna do is we have iron generators, but iron furnaces is better, and we can also do interesting things with it. We're gonna unlock iron furnaces, and then we are also going to unlock belts. Backpacks is 8, and we're going to save for that next. So now what we have to do is we've got all these ores to mine. So let's mine these guys up real quick while we can, you know, just casually take care of them. Perfect. We ended up getting none of the rarer ones, which is a bummer. But it is what it is. It's fine. Beggars can't be choosers. Anyway, we got these guys to mine as well, which is going to take me a second. Okay, got them all plopped down. So now we're just going to shoot. Dang it. Well, accidentally breaking my floor was not something that I had in mind, but it is something that happened, and it's all good. It happens. I fixed it for the most part. And still some extra deep. I don't know where those go. But anyway, we can mine you guys. Flying will actually prevent us from insta mining them, which is nice, thankfully. But we ended up getting a bunch of Larimar, 2 stacks, almost 3 stacks, 25 Beniatites. And now what we can do is we can roll our gear. So I'm going to save the magnets for last because they're the most usable thing and the only thing that I will end up using. But we're going to start off with the Scrappy Pluses, which are... I mean, the only Omegas we've gotten have been from Scrappy Pluses, which is absurd. So, Scrappy. Okay, well, looks like our luck ran out. Now, for the common pluses, come on, give me something good, please. Something good, something good, something good. Okay, you know, not terrible, not terrible. We got a rare, an epic, and a relic fragment. We'll open up the relic fragment first. A deer, and now we go unidentified Vault X. Could be pretty good, honestly. Could be crazy good, but it's epic. And the focus... it's epic as well. Okay, well, now for the magnets. Hopefully we get a rare from them, because if we do, it's going to be quite crazy. All commons. Okay, well, it looks like our current magnet is going to be sticking with us for now. And that is going to be the end of this episode, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you enjoy watching me run these kinds of vaults, our swords are kind of stupid crazy. We got 1 into awesome, 1 into godlike, or 1 into godlike, 1 into awesome. Awesome is better than godlike, and that's kind of crazy. But what we're gonna do now is I've run a bunch of vaults, got these guys, so what we're gonna be doing is just kind of opening them up and going through all the loot that we got. That's pretty much all we're gonna be doing. So we got you, and that is all of this stuff, which give us one moment to get all this stuff shoved into our grid, which is now a crafting grid. Mind you, be aware, we can actually craft stuff in here now. It's quite nice. I'm very happy about it. Okay, well, now what we can do is we can go through all the Vault Bronze into Vault Silver into Vault Gold. So, we got a total of, how much Vault Silver is that? 791 Vault Silver, which will turn into a little over 120 Vault Gold, which will turn us into 13 Vault Platinum, in addition to the 10 that we already got, which is quite amazing. So I got a bunch of Knowledge Essence that we're going to craft up into Knowledge Shards, stack and 2. We also ended up getting a bunch of Vault Diamonds. We're up to 114 now, as well as Catalyst Fragments and inscriptions. So we got 26 inscription pieces, which is quite nice. Quite happy about that. We also got some Dreamstones, which are in here. So let's get those guys. 18 Dreamstones, which will get put into our Catalyst Infusion table as well, which is nice. And now we're going to go through the ores. Actually, we'll go through the boxes first. So box, we have a stack and 7 relic booster packs. And now we have no booster packs. So we ended up getting a bunch of different relic parts. Relics are essentially useless right now, so there's no reason for us to have them. But we do have 16 mod boxes, which hopefully will give us some good stuff. Though I am contemplating saving them until we get backpacks. But for now, it's okay. It's not going to do anything crazy. So just going to go through the mod boxes real quick. Come on. We got a 16K storage disk, which is perfect. You'll love to see it. Also got another disk drive, a bunch of 1Ks, 4Ks, a couple grids. Okay. And an external storage cable, but overall, nothing insane. Got a bunch of these Vault Nuggies, so we can combine into Vault Ingots. We also have a very, very large amount of Vault gear to roll. But first, we're going to go through the ores. So, for ores, we have 1 Echo ore, 5 Gorgonite ore, 7 Ashium, 7 Bombinite, 8 Escallion, 8 Sparkletine, 8 Opaline, 10 Black Opal, 10 Pizzanite, 11 Tubium, 11 Xenium, 47 Alexandrite, 61 Wooded Eye, 89 Painite, 102 Beniatite, 245 Larimar, and that is the total amount of ores that we've got. So, what I think we're gonna do, I gotta reactivate flight so that we can fly. Just temporarily, of course. Let me put the Echo there, go Gorgonite, into Ashium, into Bombignite, which will go into Escallium, Sparkletine, Sparkletine, Opaline. Back over here, we get our black opal ore. We wrap that around there. Then from the inside, we can go. We'll go on the outside. We go our Pizzanite. You love Pizzanite. Into our Tubium. It's free Tubium ore. Then Xenium, of course. Xenium, perfect. Then we get all of our Alexandrite placed down. And then now we gotta get the other guys placed down, which is gonna take a bit. Okay, well, this was kind of a crazy thing for me to do, but I did it. So we've got this cool little thing. This was just for thumbnail things. So just gonna take care of you real quick. And then we'll be able to just mine, starting with the Larimar on the outside. So let's go. Let's get the Larimar. Let's see how much Larimar we'll get from 200 and something Larimar ore. Of course, we could get rather lucky, we could get really unlucky, but it's okay. Then we got the Beniatite. I had to make a little pillar there because I accidentally erupted that pillar of, what was that, Ardite? And that was bad. But now we're on to the Painite. Let's see what Painite we get. Good Painite, and now Wooded Eye. Come on, that's all the Wooded Eye, then the Alexandrite. Now we're gonna look at, well, we got extra Beniatite, cool. Now, oh, stone button. That guy fell off of this because of the water, but we ended up getting 545 Larimar, 209 Beniatite, 181 Painite, 131 Wooded Eye, 115 Alexandrite. Now on to our ores. So out of 11 Xenium, we will get 27. Out of 11 Tubium, we will get 24. Out of 10 Pizzanite, we will get 29. Out of 10 Black Opal, we will get 16. 8 Opaline, we will get 16. 8 Sparkletine, we'll get 16. 8 Escallium, we'll get 21. 7 Bombignite, we will get 9. 7 Ashium, we will get 19. Out of 5 Gorgonite, we will get 13. And out of our singular Echo ore, we will get 3. So quite a good haul overall. I am quite happy about that. Now it's time to go through and deposit all these things and see exactly what we want to use them for. Because what we could do is start working on an amazing vault crystal. But what we could also do is craft up just a little bit of perfect Beniatite. And I'm thinking I'm going to go with 20 of these guys. So then we get 5 extraordinary Beniatites, and then we combine those guys with Vault Diamonds in order to get 5 knowledge cores, which we are going to then combine with our knowledge shards to get knowledge stars, putting us at 8, which gives us the ability to have backpacks. Or we could go for something else, which I think what we're gonna do is, where is Mechanism? There it is, Mechanism. Our first big mod I was going to go create. We're gonna go Mechanism though, for a very specific reason. Let's do this. So now we've got that taken care of, and we can unlock drawers, which is nice. And we can also unlock trash cans or elevators. I think trash cans is just a big thing because we can just chuck excess stuff in there. But what we're gonna do now is get all of the vault gear that we have to roll out, because this is gonna be a lot. Well, we got all these things taken care of, so now it is time to go through all this vault gear. So we're gonna start off with the scrappy pluses, of course, as you do. And we are saving the magnets for last because we can't actually use the magnets, which is nice. Okay, we got a common, we got a singular rare, which is nice. You'll love to see the rares. Now we're just gonna go through. Of course, we could quick roll these, but that's kind of boring, so we're gonna do it this way. So, common, or scrappy, common, scrappy. All of them are scrappy other than one of them. It's common, which is unfortunate. And now what we gotta do, let's go scrappy, 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 common. Okay. We got 2 commons out of that, which is not terrible in the slightest. Of course, commons out of the scrappies are quite rare, so nice to see that we got some, if anything. Of course, we're not going to get an insane amount, but it is quite nice. We got a rare, we got a common, pretty good overall for the scrappies. Now it's time to get into the common pluses, which hopefully we can get something relatively decent from that we're not going to be able to use. Common, 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 all commons. Okay, that's unfortunate. Come on now. Let's organize this real quick. Give us something. Okay, common, epic, rare, and nothing else. Dope. Let's see what we get from this round of them. Come on now, come on now. Give me something good, give me something good. Okay. That is a legendary. Cool, we got a legendary, although it's a little useless. We're getting so many transmogrifications, though, for things that we're never going to be able to use. But, you know, it's not terrible. So we got another bunch of just normal commons, I guess. The commons really do not want us to succeed. But, you know, it's okay. We're not worried about it. Common, 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 common. Ooh, ooh. Omega, we got the Bone Dragon and legendaries. So legendaries and omegas. Okay, okay. You'll love to see it. So now we gotta go through the last little bit of the common plus vault gear before we can go through the rest of it. Come on now. Common, 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 epic, common. That's a bummer. Okay, let's do this. Focuses, common, common, dang it, that's a bummer. But, you know, it is what it is. So now it's time to go through the rares. So we're going to go 2 rows at a time, plus the extra 2. Just so we go a little faster, because this is a lot of gear to roll. So the first 9. We go over here, we go. Pick you guys in. Come on now, give us something good. Give us something good. We get anything? Another legendary, but no epic. 2 legendaries, but no epics. That's crazy. Still no epics. That's actually amazing. How do we do that? Let's see. Will we get an epic from these guys, or will we not? The true question. I highly doubt we did, which is a little crazy, but potentially we did. Nope, no epics. That's wild. Any epics from you guys? Again, 1 legendary, but it doesn't look like any epics. Crazy. Let's roll our last set of rares. Come on, give us something good. Rare, 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 rare. Okay, 1 epic out of all of the rares. That is incredibly bad. 2 pieces of epic plus vault leggings. Will we get an omega from this guy? Our second omega of the episode. So we've got 1 epic and the other one's epic as well. Cool. Now onto the magnets, which we can actually use. So we got 2 unidentified magnets. Gonna roll real quick. Scrappy. We're going to save those in our other backpack because we want to make sure that we keep them. So then we got these 2 common plus unidentified magnets, which we're gonna roll right now. Come on now, give us something good. Common. Okay, good item rarity on the other one, but now for the rare plus vault magnet. Come on, let's see what we get. Come on, give me something good. Give me like an epic or something. Okay. I mean, trap disarm chance is always nice, but that one's not amazing particularly. I do think though that we're just gonna keep the epics, so I'm gonna throw everything else into our system because the epics just have more options, which is quite nice. And we also have a lot of things. So like this magnet, the implicits are perfect, so we're gonna keep this guy as our primary. We're gonna take you. What we're gonna do, we're gonna try and click in here, and we're going to re-roll everything. So let's get this item. That's bad item quantity. Good item rarity, max trap disarm chance, mining speed doesn't really matter, and extra durability is fine. Cool. That's like a perfect magnet for us right now. We don't have the item. Actually, we have better item rarity than we had before. So that's actually the perfect vault magnet. That's beautiful. You'll love to see it. Save that guy as well. What we're gonna do now is there's one more thing that we have to go through, and that is the charms that we have to go through, and also we have an unidentified artifact that we have to go through. So we're gonna start with the noble charms, which, let's see what we get. 8, 10, and 6. Okay, 10 is our best right now. Then we've got our distinguished charm. Let's see, what should we get from our distinguished charms? Yes, 22 and 16. So 22 Idona, and right now our current one is 5 Valara. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna plop that charm in there. We're gonna go right here, escape out of that, and then our golden burger is looking a little down. We've got 12 uses left for that guy, 8 uses left for the treasure goggles, but it is almost time to roll our unidentified artifact. But first, we just gotta check, is there anything else that we really want to go through and take care of? We got a bunch of chest scrolls, which are going to go back into this chest, so that we can use them for the inscriptions to do even more stupid things. Oh yeah, we also have javelin throw, which I need to rebind because it's bound to something else that I use, a mouse button. But anywho, unidentified artifact, let's see what we get in 3, 2, 1. The Vault Hunters centerpiece. Perfect. We're only allowed to use Tinker stuff, which means that since we're starting to get a little under-leveled, even with pretty much the best swords in the game, we're going to need to add something different, and that's going to be using the Avaricia mod. What we're going to have to start off doing is crafting an extreme crafting table, which is a compressed crafting table, which is 9 crafting tables, and crystal matrix ingots, which are diamond lattice, nether stars, and more diamond lattice. So nether stars, thankfully, I do have some nether star seeds that are giving us infinite nether stars, and I also have diamond seeds, which are giving us diamonds. But the main issue with that being, we're just not producing an insane amount like we're gonna need. We should be able to produce enough for right now, so we've got enough. I already have some in here, so we'll be able to craft up our extreme crafting table. And the extreme crafting table is it is a 9x9 crafting grid. It is a massive, insane crafting grid, and what we're gonna use it for is crafting up some things. So we're gonna need a neutron collector, which is a bunch of blocks of iron. So we need iron. 27 blocks should be enough, right? Yeah, we've got enough iron. We need some quartz, we need some redstone, and crystal matrix. So crystal matrix, do I have quartz? Do I have enough quartz? Block of quartz. Then I need a redstone. So redstone, and that should be enough. Fingers crossed. That is going to craft us up a neutron collector, which will passively generate us neutron. It generates it very slowly, so we're gonna have to craft up a couple more. Give me one moment. Okay, got a couple more, 5 more, in fact. So what we'll be able to do is just have a little bank of them right here. And that one's at 10% now. I've already got 1 piece of dust, but they will generate the neutronium pile of neutrons, which you craft into neutronium nuggets, which you craft into a neutronium ingot. And you need those to make the neutronium compressor with neutronium, iron, crystal matrix. Everything else is relatively easy other than the neutronium itself. And then for this is a modifier that creates arrows out of thin air that chase targets and explode on impact. It's kind of crazy. And we'll be adding that to our bow, of course, after we go through and we take care of making the infinity catalyst, which is what we really need, which is 1 diamond lattice, 1 crystal matrix, 1 pile of neutrons, 1 neutronium nugget, 1 neutronium ingot, 1 record fragment, 1 iron singularity, which is 400 iron, 1 lapis singularity, which is 200 lapis, redstone, which is 200 redstone, quartz, which is 200 quartz, diamond, which is 300 diamonds, emerald, which is 200 emeralds, copper, which is 400 copper, tin, which is 400 tin blocks, lead, which is 300 lead blocks, silver, which is 300 silver blocks, and nickel, which is 400 nickel blocks. And we use that in order to make the infinity ingots, which are a total of, what's that, 7, 8, 15 infinity catalysts, a bunch of neutronium ingots, and a bunch of crystal matrix. And that is what we use in order to make the very best mod ever. So that is how you get infinity, which gives you infinity durability, infinity mining tier, mining speed infinity, melee damage infinity, cataclysmic, adds 5 extra upgrades and 1 ability, unbreakable, headshot, enemies instantly die, instamine, blocks instantly break when hit, you can harvest bedrock, and you have luck 10, as well as all these are 9999. So it's quite insane, but it's going to take us quite some time to get there. We're just gonna wait, but in the meantime, I think I have this area chunk loaded. How do I chunk load it? There we go. Chunk load all of this area down here. Don't even worry about it. There we go. All chunk force loaded, so they will be loaded in even when we are in the vault. So now what we'll be able to do is run ourselves just a quick little vault run right here. Grab you, grab a seal. We'll do a seal a scout. We'll do a scout run, and that is a light the braziers vault. And now it's time to run ourselves a quick little vault while we wait. See what kind of loot we'll get while we wait for our neutrons to collect. Now we just banged our head into that little wall, but that's all good. Because what we'll be able to do now, just casually mark our entrance. It is prosperous, which means that we will guarantee an artifact from it, which is pretty swiggity sweet. And all we need to do is just make sure that we complete it. So come on, why is my sword not doing anything? I think I found out what the problem was. Shit, we are on, wait, what? We are on, there we go. The swords are fixed. I can now actually attack with them. Don't have to worry about things going dumb. But what I do have to worry about is just getting enough things to complete this vault. Because again, it is not the best for XP, but we can at least get some relatively good loot from it due to just the modifiers, and we guarantee an artifact. We want to just complete it as quick as we can to get that artifact for free. Because free artifacts are quite rare. We've only gotten like 3 total. So I think we just head straight forward. We go until right here should be good. We go down, check it out. There it is. Generous extra item quantity. You'll love to see it. Just take care of all the mobs really quick. They don't really bother us. We grab all the specialty stuff. Dark horror, deep dark horror. Okay. Just gotta take care of the deep dark horrors. Deep dark skeletons. You forget my range exceeds your expectations, young sir. Young Padawan boy. There we go. And we've already accomplished the goal for that room. So now we're just gonna circle back around. We're gonna do this a little circuitously. And what that means, if you didn't know what circuitously means, we're essentially taking the scenic route for going about this. Also, this guy has a lot of health, so we're gonna have to take care of him and hopefully not die. Shoot, he hits us for like 5 hearts a hit. That's a little bit much, but it's all good because we're just better. We're built different. We are built different. That's a baby. Okay, hello child. Why are you a strong child? Why is the baby so strong? Okay, ow, that guy actually... Stop hitting me for so much damage, dude. You're actually hurting me. We get the living chest, free Omega living chest. You'll love to see it. And the other ones are kind of trash. Why is that common one better than the Omega one? Anyway, we got that taken care of. We should be able to just go down here and continue going this direction, getting ourselves a free little injured. Are there any rare versions of chests? It does not seem like that would be the case. Which means that, it seems as though we must head downward in order to get ourselves some more living chests, but also procure ourselves the better variables from the little braziers. Brazier? Okay, how do you pronounce that word? Leave it in the comments, because I do not know. I pronounce it brazier, but I know that's like another word for women's, a type of women's undergarment. So like, I don't actually know, but if you do, please leave it in the comments, because I'm very confused. Anywho, get a little extra copious, okay. Couple extra mobs. I do want to take care of them, because free loot. And what I mean by free loot, I mean just free XP. Doesn't actually give us any loot, other than the specialty mobs, but overall it will help us greatly in dictating and acquiring all of the things that we need to properly succeed in our mission. So we shall head downwards, then we come over here, we take care of the deep dark horror boy. Infinite crit chain, infinite crit chain, infinite crit chain. I'm just better. Hello. Tool has reached tooltip level 0. So, is that, which tool is that? Wait, why is it the one in our offhand that's gaining so much more XP? I thought wait, so we're at 146.6 thousand. 146.6, 146.7 versus 284. I don't know how these guys are gaining so much XP, but they are. That's kind of crazy. Is it up here, though? It is. Oh, we already activated that one. You know, that makes sense. I should have hazarded to guess that we've already activated that one, which means we've already activated that one, which means that we need to activate this one in succession. It also seems to be up here. We're going to grab a couple more. We're just going to run through and grab them because they will give us potentially the best loot and they give us extra modifiers, but that was the final bonus modifier that we're really going to get from this vault. So it doesn't look like the other one is up here. We're going to head down. Of course, they will injure us or hurt us a little bit, but the things that we can potentially gain from them are so much better than the hurt that we will face from them that it is just worth doing. So let's see what we can get. Come on now. Perfect. Of course, you have a potential to get nothing, which is suboptimal to say the least. But it's all good, because now what we get to do is we just get to head through. You go into each room separately. You just come down here. Take care of the mobs. We get extra mob XP. Of course, I will be running a specialty vault with so many mobs in the next episode. So stay tuned for that, because that one's going to be wild. But yeah. There's an interesting trade-off for the negative modifiers to the positive modifiers, just due to how I have to do it because of certain changes in the way that this mod pack works compared to the previous. But overall, it will be pretty similar to what we did when we ran a vault with nigh on hundreds of thousands of mobs. And I am a little bit concerned because potentially that could be a threat to us, just due to the sheer amount of mobs and how much damage they'll deal. But we should be able to make it through, and I'm looking greatly forward to that. And hopefully after completing this vault, after we get a couple more of the little totemy things, whatever they're called, where are they? I need the breezers. Fetch me their souls. Okay, cool. Just gonna take care of y'all real quick. Take care of y'all real quick. Oh, we got hit by a soul vulture. That's why. Makes sense. Anywho, I think that just means we get to go this way. And then we're about to get out of this vault. Because I think this is our... Yep, this is our starting room. Which means we just go back over here. We take a look at our...
Narrator.
Oh my gosh.
Narrator.
Nope.
Narrator. Off.
Take a look at our haul. Got some vault platinum, some vault silver, a bunch of vault gear. Overall, not terrible. But... hopefully, we got ourselves some more of the stuff. So, pile of neutrons, 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 pile of neutrons. I'm going to need to craft up a ton more of these guys and wait a little bit. So, give me one moment, please. This is going to take a while. Okay, well, we've got all these guys taken care of, which means I guess we'll open up our Brazier crate and wait a little longer. We did get an unidentified artifact, which we are going to save for the end of the episode. But we can roll all the little pieces of vault gear that we got. We also got a magnet, level 68. A little unfortunate that we got so close, yet so far from the 69. But overall, I'm not upset in the slightest. And we should be able to get something relatively nice. I do have everything infinitely recycling there if we need it. Didn't really get anything great from that. We got the rare Vault X from that. But overall, kind of a good haul. I mean, again, we didn't loot very many chests, so it can't be compared to anything insane. But we did get relatively good loot for such a short vault, and I'm overall very happy. Of course, the soul diffuser is diffusing all of our old stuff, so we can actually craft up a bunch of soul shards that we can use in the soul, or the black market, rather. It's not the soul vendor. But we are going to be saving these guys for a future episode, so stay tuned for that as well, because I think that video is going to be quite interesting. But again, it's going gonna take a little bit for me to work on it, so please be patient. What I should also get doing, I guess, is get ourselves some record fragments. So do I have any music discs? No, I don't. I guess we're gonna have to farm some. Well, I have hereby decided that since everything's taking too long, we're also gonna craft up a Philosopher's Stone in order to start that track of going down that path, which will be quite nice. But what we can do then is if we go and we do Project E, then we'll be able to craft ourselves a transmutation table, solve our Philosopher's Stone, which means that when we craft up a transmutation tablet, perchance. Transmutation tablet, we need dark matter, which is Eternalist fuel, which is Mobius fuel, which is just coal. We're gonna need a bunch of coal, which is not an issue. Go and do it like this. Get ourselves some alchemical coal. We then will craft that up into some Mobius fuel, which will then craft up into Eternalist fuel. We don't have enough yet because I need more coal. We'll do a couple more stacks of coal into, of course, alchemical coal, which will then be, of course, turned into Mobius fuel, which will then be turned into Eternalist fuel, which will then be, so we got diamonds. We can get a bunch of diamonds now. We go there, get ourselves a block of diamond, just casually surround it with that, and we get a piece of dark matter. Then we can do is we get our transmutation table. We'll put you on top of that. Chuck our dark matter in there. We chuck our Eternalist fuel in there. Then what we can do is we can start by chucking in a bunch of things that we don't ever use, like our bones. We can also chuck in a bunch of other things that we don't use, such as grout's kind of useless. That's kind of useless. Emeralds are good, right? But I don't have infinite emeralds is the issue, but we do have infinite diamonds. I can start by making ourselves a diamond farm and utilizing that to get infinite of that. But for now, we've also got dark matter, which is good because we've got a bunch of dark matter now. I guess we can also take nether stars because nether stars have quite a lot of EMC. We can chuck our nether stars in there. We can chuck a dark matter block in there. So we get another dark matter block, another dark matter block. Then we can create another transmutation table, which will then get crafted into a transmutation tablet so that we don't have to walk around with it. We can just carry it around, which will go in our inventory. And now we don't really need to worry about that per se, but we can still worry about getting all of the other things taken care of. Namely being, of course, these guys are going to take a while. So what are we at for pile of neutrons? So we got 36, which means we have now neutrons, 4 neutronium nuggets, which is insanely low. We gotta up our numbers, but it's gonna take a while for us to do that. Also, that's why I had to get the metallurgic infuser, because we needed actual things for the what was it? It's for something. Oh yeah, it's for this. We needed steel blocks to make the infinity catalyst as well as Enderium. Enderium's fine to make. You can alloy it in the smeltery, but the other thing had to take a back seat for a second. But now that we've got this, what we can do is we can just utilize it just like so and get infinite stuff. And now we gotta wait a little longer for the neutrons to collect. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's been a couple days. We have 11 total neutronium. So we've got our first piece of neutronium ingot, which is what we need for the infinity catalyst. So now we just need everything else. So we get neutrons, we get 1 small pile of neutrons, we get 1 of you, we get a disc, music disc. We take a music disc, we get some record fragments from it, and we get ourselves a singular record fragment. What else do we need? We need a crystal matrix ingot. Shoot, we need to actually make ourselves a neutronium compressor first, so we need iron again. Good thing we now have iron seeds, because I decided to make all of those seeds that we're going to potentially need for this. So we've got iron seeds now. Get ourselves a bunch of blocks of iron for that. Then we also need hoppers. Do I have hoppers? I should have hoppers. 3, is 3 going to be enough? We need exactly 3. Okay. Then we need a bunch more neutronium. We need crystal matrix. I need 8 crystal matrix and 2 blocks of redstone. So, redstone, 2 blocks of redstone, and then we need ourselves crystal Shoot, we don't have any crystal matrix ingots. We're gonna need to make some then. Good thing we've got plenty of diamonds. We're about to get even more though. We get ourselves some of those. Get ourselves our nether star shards all crafted up. We get ourselves a couple more nether stars. Just easy, simple. You'll love to see it. Super nice and simple. 3 crystal matrix ingots. We can chuck those in there. Then what we can do is we can take our nether stars. We can actually grab all of them out. We can also grab the netherite scrap and everything else that is high EMC. We get our emerald seeds. Did I not get emerald seeds taken care of? Do I not have emerald seeds? I swear I have emerald seeds somewhere. Emerald seeds. Bruh. Do I have a cable left? Okay, fun. We'll use you. Come on now. There we go. We grab ourselves a little bit of a cable. Fix that little blunder so that we can get our emeralds and stuff. There we go. Emerald essence. We get a bunch of emeralds. We chuck them all in there. Then we get ourselves our 8 crystal matrix ingots. 7, 8. Now, all we really need... Oh, shoot, I'm missing 2 more crystal matrix ingots because we need 10 instead. I forgot I didn't see those guys at the bottom. And then now we're just waiting on the neutronium. So, now we wait, I guess. Okay, I decided that what I was going to do is add EMC. So, I thought a fair thing for a neutronium, a pile of neutrons would be 1 million... then neutronium ingots at 81 million. Of course, it is recursive the way that works. So now we'll be able to get a couple neutronium, although it is going incredibly slow. So we get ourselves some stuff. Let's first craft up all these guys. 48 nether star shards into nether stars. Of course, we get our diamond essence. Craft all that up. We get all that chucked in here. We'll be able to get 3 total still, because, oh my gosh, these guys are so expensive. 81 million is a lot. It's not insane, but at that rate, that is going to be incredible, because 1 million is like 200 diamonds. Each diamond's only 800. So, some of the things didn't want to properly EMC, so Vault Essence didn't want to EMC properly. Actually, no, it didn't. It didn't. So originally I was going to put Vault Essence in as an EMCable thing. Vault Apples are, but I'm not going to get rid of all of them because I do want to utilize them a little bit. I didn't add anything else crazy, so we can't like duplicate knowledge stars using that, but I did add Vault Stone just so we can get rid of some of our Vault Stone because it's just an easy way to get rid of it. And it also just means we get infinite Vault Rocks, which is okay with me. I don't really have an issue with infinite Vault Rocks. Anyway, we'll get a bunch of Lapis. Lapis, the issue with it being, it's just not dense, EMC-wise. So it is going to take a while, but we still need more stuff. So we've got Insanium, Diamond. I think what I'm going to do, I think I have Nether... I have one more thing of Nether Star Seeds that I think I'm going to replace with that guy, just so we get a little bit more. But it's still kind of just a waiting game, so we just gotta wait until we get a total of... How much do I need, actually, for the neutronium compressor? I need 14, 15, 16... I need a total of 25 neutronium, which is going to be absurd, so please be patient. I will get it as soon as I can, but this is gonna take a while. Okay, funnily enough, at this stage, we are actually producing more neutron... We're getting more piles of neutrons than we are actually EMC from everything else combined. So even throwing away all this stuff, we're still not getting as many as we need to be sustainable. So this is going to be quite interesting. It's going to take a little bit, but we should be able to, over time, get enough to get it. It's just gonna, again, it's taking me so long. Okay, it's been a couple days again. We finally got our first block. I had to make a whole nother area for these guys to generate even more neutron, or piles of neutrons. But it is taking its sweet time, so we still need a total of, what, like, 15 more? Oh my gosh, this is gonna take forever. One thing that I also realized is that we're not even gonna get to make the singularities, because when I try and craft these guys into the silver, I need thermal expansion, which is a mod that we don't have, and a mod that's going to cost us 16 knowledge stars. So I think Vault Diamond wise, Thankfully, they do have an EMC that I added, but it is 32,000 per, which is like 4 times that of diamonds. So it's quite high, but it's not anything that we have to crazily worry about. The main issue is, of course, going to be knowledge shard stars, but I don't know what we're at right now. So let's see what we're at for the Beniatite. 22 perfect Beniatite, which is going to give us 5. But is 5 not enough? Not nearly. We need so much more than just 5. And so it looks like we're going to have to go on some vault runs. Thankfully, though, I do have a bunch of this stuff, and we're going to need to go for Plentiful to get as many of these guys as possible, because I will not rest until we have this goal accomplished. So we've got 20 Plentiful, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 should be good enough. I mean, ideally, I would like to add some accustomed to add extra XP, but it's not something that's necessary. Rock, what are we at right now, Vault Rock-wise? We're fine for Vault Rocks. We are getting quite a bit of Pile of Neutrons now, but it's still nothing incredible just because of how long it takes for us to get them. But let's see, what other catalysts do we have? Catalysts. We got some catalyst fragments, which I guess we can catalyst fragments. We can craft up some more using these guys and craft up even more, which is fine. But it is going to be something that we run out of eventually, and we're still very low on Beniatite, so what are we at Benny-wise? Beniatite. I want to use all the stuff I can in order to get even more Beniatite for this vault, so we're going to go 1 extended, 2 extended, 3 extended just in case we get time reductions, so hopefully this should be good enough. So now let's get all these catalysts on here. 25 Plentiful, which will give us a total increase of quite a lot of ores. The reason I am doing it in an anvil, by the way, is because we have a passive, like, 50% chance to knock off the random negative modifier, but if you put them all on at once, then you only get a 50% chance to knock off 1 random negative modifier. So we're doing them all in here just to see how many negatives we can push off. Out of 26 or 28, we got 6 random. Okay, so it might be a little higher than I just said. User 60%. Okay, it's 60%. That's more than 60%, unless I'm mistaken. I think that 6 out of 28 is a little bit less than, you know, I'm not hating, I appreciate, but like, come on now. Anywho, we are going to be able to, due to, shoot, I forget I can fly, just temporarily, of course, but I do want to make sure that we get that guy clicked out. Of course, doesn't really matter what we have in our inventory, because we're not going to die. Realistically, it's not something that we do, but let's just make sure we've got our ores. Of course, Beniatite and Larimar, the only things we're allowed to activate. I'm even going to disable Larimar, just so we can go perfectly for Beniatite. Let's head in and see what we get. Of course, we will get the double of everything, but fingers crossed, this should go well. Ooh, not only is it a 2x draining, 1x ruthless, chunky mobs, 25x plentiful, getting 500% extra ores, 3 extra minutes. Mobs are a little faster, we have less trap disarm, but that doesn't matter. But on top of that is a Hunt the Guardians vault. So that means that we'll be able to do in here. Of course, flight is disabled in the vaults. We're just not going to worry about any mobs because they don't really entice us at all. We're mostly looking out for up here, and everywhere else is going to be... Huh? I've flight disabled. How am I flying? Huh? What? I'm so confused. Okay, how am I... Okay, if I disable flight, why am I flying? I'm so confused. I have no idea what just happened, but I think I fixed it. I just had to reload the world, and it is working fine now. That would have been incredible if only I had decided to not utilize flight in this series, just because it's super just unfair overall. Of course, we're not able to completely use the Vault X-Ray at all times, but we are able to utilize it just for finding some things every minute or so. So, of course, we're just gonna come over here, take care of all these mobs. Of course, they're gonna have swords and stuff. And the issue that we're facing right now is that our armor is actually not good enough. Which I know sounds a little surprising, but it isn't. It just isn't. And that is mostly just due to the fact that Tinker's armor is just not as good base armor-wise as the Vault armor. You're not going to have like 30 armor bars. Right now we have 27, which is quite high, but we're not going to have like 40 or 50 or infinite, because that's just not how Tinker's armor works. Tinker's armor works with, you get a good base modifier, and then you get a bunch of other good stuff. Also, this guy having thorns is probably the most dangerous thing that we could face, because that means that every time we hit him, we are taking a percentage of our damage, which means every time I hit him, I'm taking about 3.5 hearts of damage to 10 hearts of damage, which is unfortunate. And if we potentially crit, or if he crit on that, that would potentially be very dangerous, but thankfully we didn't, and we didn't have to worry about that. And so we're able to kind of just utilize this vault as a little bit of an ore room. We don't really have to worry about anything crazy in particular, because we don't even need to complete the vault, although I would like to, but I didn't attune the Vault X-ray to that, so we're not able to just change it to searching for whatever, because again, that has to be decided before we head into the vault, and I have to disclose that before I use it, so that we're not cheating or doing anything kind of cringe or annoying. So now then, now that we've got all that words taken care of, we can take care of the little zombie boy over here. Come on now. Okay, let's see, what kind of ores are down here? Beniatite's great, you'll love to see it. Of course, there's a little bit of Larimar, but that's not really an issue. Larimar is, again, something that's quite nice, although it being quite rare is a little more difficult, but thankfully, getting plenty of Beniatite to justify making more of these vaults into the future. Of course, the more vaults that we do like this, and the more other things that we get, the better it is going to be for the content, because we can make even stupider, even crazier, even more intense vaults. And also, I'm not going to be taking the Angel modifier or the Angel expertise, because again, it's just not good, especially compared to the fact that it takes away our creative flight from the mod that I have added pretty much specifically to do that. So we're just not gonna mess with it. We're not gonna bother with it. As it is right now, it's good enough, and that's good enough for me. So we're just gonna come over here. We're gonna grab you guys. Smaller POI, but again, pretty good. What level are our swords at currently? Because I'm pretty sure that one sword, yeah, so 18, almost 190k on the other one, which is good. They're kind of averaging out now, which is good. You like to see it, because it is a little bit of a pain when they were so unaveraged. But it looks like we already have a path to go through for the next 2 rooms, and I think that we're just gonna head out. Actually, never mind. We might try and complete it. The Bruiser Guardians have quite a bit of health, though. They are a little scary. Anywho, we got one ore POI right down over here, and one up there that we're just gonna yoinksy doodle a little bit of stuff from. Of course, that guy, really nice and simple. I love it when we're able to actually fight the Guardians, because this is, again, it just has some nostalgia for me, because it is the first vault type that really existed in this mod pack. Of course, it did change quite a bit throughout the generations, and I'm working on a video showcasing how much Vault Hunters 1.18 has actually changed over the editions, like over the versions, and the kind of exploits and things that you could do back in the day, because I did a lot of them. I found quite a lot of them, and I was kind of a pioneer in that, and I really enjoyed it because it was kind of stupid, it was kind of goofy. Not everyone enjoyed it. Some people really were upset at me for disseminating that kind of information, but you know, people gotta know. I did it primarily just because content's fun, and I enjoy doing this. And if you enjoy me doing this, and continuing to do crazy stupid things because I feel like it, then please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I will continue to do these things with or without you. But if you support me, I'd really appreciate it. If you don't want to support me, you don't have to, but you know, if you do, that's cool too, so thank you. Also, if there's like mod tutorials you guys want to see, just like put them in the comments, because I will check them out for the most part. I mean, I'm not perfect with it, but I will check them out, and most of the time they're quite fun to make, so I will do my best. Anywho, what I think we're gonna do is we're just gonna run through a bunch of these rooms, because there's not a ton more ores. I mean, we'll get that big POI, and we'll see if we can see anything else, but primarily then I think we're just gonna search through for the, what are they called? What are they called? Hunt the Guardians. They're obelisks, that's the word I forgot. So we'll be able to go through and get a bunch of the obelisks that we need, and that'll be quite nice. But of course, that is very idyllic, and hopefully we'll be able to complete it, but I'm not perfectly on that guaranteed, just because, again, obelisks are quite a bit more rare in this version than they are in any other, even though I say that and I immediately find another one. But you know, these guys actually do decent amount of damage, so we gotta be aware. Just gotta take care of the bruisers first. The Arbalest Guardians are quite good as well, but we're mostly just gonna go a little bit of a circuitous route. That is a magic card, if you guys wanted to know. I do play Magic the Gathering. I will maybe be making some content on that in the future on my second channel, Double Cactus Plus, so if you like seeing Magic the Gathering content, then please let me know, because I do that. I also make gecko content on my other channel, my gecko channel, called Noble's Geckos. It's just where I post content of my animals. I love my animals, they're great. And I'm working with some interesting geckos that not a lot of people enjoy nearly as much as me, just because I am very unique in my tastes, and I also have a unique take on why I think they're so spectacular. So if you do want to see that, then just go check it out. It's nice. I will probably start putting my links to other channels in the description, but overall it's not something that you guys need to check out. It's just something that, if you're interested, I do recommend checking out, as well as just like tips and tricks on how you can best take care of and get stuff taken care of for as cheap as possible, because I am a cheapskate and I enjoy saving money, because money is good. Anywho, let's grab all you guys. Just a couple ores down there. You'll love to see it. Almost missed out on all these guys, but thankfully I decided to be a little greedy boy and try and see what I could find down here in order to get potentially another of the obelisks, although it does not look like we were able to find another one, but potentially we can find one in here. Nope, doesn't look like it, although that room is quite good for getting a bunch of less niche and more just necessary, you know, basic pieces of loot. Also, this guy is a champion mob, and there's a blight mob right next to him, so we'll take care of you guys just real quick, because the champion mobs give good XP, and overall they are very, very helpful in just the ecosystem of looting, because you get some really good stuff. You have a chance to get pogs, and even sometimes you have a small chance to get an Omega Pog or potentially an Echo Pog, both of which are exceedingly rare special items that you want to get. This looks like a little trader village, which actually it's just a normal village. We're just going to ignore that for now, because again, we are going for strictly ores and obelisks. Of course, living chests as well, because we do need bunch of knowledge stars. but that is something that we are going to neglect a little bit, just due to not having a ton of time. 15 minutes left in the vault. I know I did miss a beniatite over there. Getting each individual ore is not as valuable as getting through each POI quick and as painless as we can. Of course, the player gems. Player gems. Holy voice crack. I need some water. Give me one moment, please. Water has been acquired, so now we're able to just go up here. Can we jump can I jump all the way up here? I can maybe add more jumps to my double jump, although that will cost me my ability slots on my boots, but it might actually be worth it just because, I mean, it costs 1 ability slot per. We're not really low on anything, but I can level up my armor a little more. Do I have any ability slots on my boots, though? 1 upgrade slot. I mean, I guess soon I'll be getting the cataclysmic thing, which gives 5 upgrades and 1 ability per. So I can probably just leave it at that, but I don't exactly know. Okay, I did almost miss a POI up here. So the reason why we get the heavy crit sounds when we are behind them is because we get backstabbing, which is another modifier we have on our actual swords, and backstabbing just increases damage from the hits from the rear. Of course, it's quite good, but it's not insane, so I don't recommend it unless you have an excess amount of modifiers to put on your swords. And if you want to play this mod pack, it is in the description. You will have to download it and import it, though, just due to me not being great with mod packs. And what I mean by that is not me being dumb. I just don't know how to code, and so Curseforge won't let me post it because I use just the normal Vault Hunters mod pack with add-ons, and that's not considered good enough for, like, creative licensing, so not able to do that, but, you know, it is what it is, it's all good. And I guess what we can do, there's another Orpeo right up here. Shoot. Can I reach all of them from up here? Actually, what I can do is I can just build up here, and then I can just do this. And we get all of them real quick, easy, just like that. Then what we'll do is we'll come over here. Bone POI, nothing down here is what we want up here. Does not look like it, so we will head this direction because that's exactly what we wanted. So now we'll be able to take care of, you know what? I gotta show this Arbalist Guardian that I'm better. Look, dude, my bow's better. Okay, my arrows bounce off of you. That's not fair. That's not cool. That's not cool at all, bruh. Well, you know, I guess it's okay, because I did get to murder your family. So, you know, we're even, I think, maybe. I did slay your entire family tree, so, you know, you're valid in being mad. I kind of understand it now. Anakin Skywalkered your younglings. You know, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. And our final one. So we're actually able to complete this vault, which is crazy good. I love it. Although there's so many mobs, I randomly tabbed into a loom there. There's one more. Bro's down. How did bro get down there? Anyway, we're just gonna seal some ores on our way out, because that guy will die eventually just due to being hit by my poison, because my poison does not leave forever. So I'm just gonna take care of you. Vault completed. I don't know how much XP we're gonna get for this vault, but I do want to grab you guys real quick. And we got 3 seconds, so I'm gonna grab some knowledge essence, some burger ingredients. And that is that vault. 429,000 vault XP. We mined a total of 3,666 ores, which is pretty insane. Let's reactivate flights. Let's do this guy. Let's see what we get from you. Let's see what we get from you. That's that. We got a bunch of these ores. We'll go through them into the future, but for now, we just want to focus on... Shoot, I just... tablet. I just want to focus on the rarer ones, of course, because the other ones are not super useful. I'm just gonna keep it 100% honest with you. They're not super useful, and that's okay. It's alright. They're just not great. Anywho, we're also going to add you, create Stone type, steep slate, cool. Get rid of you. Actually, I like dripstone. We're gonna keep getting dripstone from the vaults, but the other stuff can just skedaddle skadoodle because I don't care about it. Just gonna chuck the rest of that stuff in there. But what are we at for the neutrons? We got a bunch of them, so now we're able to click all that in. We're able to get a ton more, but that is still not enough even for that. That's insane. We still do not have enough even after all that time in the vault, going through all that, getting all these ores. We got so much. We got almost 500, 495 Larimar ore, 246 Beniatite ore, 6 Bomb Ignite, 10 Escalium, 4 Echo, 10 Sparkletine, 9 Ashium, 11 Tubium, 8 Xenium, 9 Opaline, 11 Gorgonite, 43 Black Opal, 10 Pizzanite. Of course, we're going to go through all these ores here in a second. Let me get rid of everything else. We got 150 Beniatite. Oh my gosh. Let me just get everything else taken out of our backpack real quick. There we go. And now in our backpack, we just have all of these ores that we're going to open up. Alexandrite, I guess we can get rid of, and we can mine everything else. Except for Black Opal, because Black Opal's kind of meh. But we did get 4 Echo, which is incredible. We also have all these materials. We're still waiting on some more stuff, but we did get a bunch of these, so maybe we can craft up enough nether stars to be able to fully get what we need. So come on now. Bunch of stacks of nether stars. We got 1 more ingot. We just need singular nether ingot. Actually, we need 2. Shoot. Pile of neutrons. Cool. Now we just gotta wait a little bit longer, but we can at least mine these guys in the meantime. So let's get them placed just down here like so. Really pretty like. Well, that's all of the ores down, so let's mine them while we fly. So out of all of those ores, let's see what we ended up getting. Let's see, we got 7 Echo, 23 Ashium, 13 Balmionite, 20 Sparkletine, 34 Gorgonite, 23 Tubium, 26 Escalium, 22 Opaline, 14 Xenium, 28 Pizzanite, which is actually a pretty good haul considering the ores that we got. A little low on the Echo, but that's supplemented by the fact that we completed a quest that gave us more Echo. And that's quite nice in and of itself. So what we should be able to do now is craft up some more knowledge ores after I mine probably 2 stacks of the Beniatite here. So let's take care of that real quick. Okay, let's mine all these Beniatite ores so that we get everything taken care of, and we are now at 447 Beniatite, which is perfect for exactly that. So now what we can do is take a bunch of these Beniatite out, and then of course we're going to leave a bunch of them in order to craft up a total of 64 perfect Beniatite, which is going to give us 16 extraordinary Beniatite, which is going to give us 16 star cores, which is going to give us as many of these guys as we can make, which is 9. So we are 2 star cores short of having exactly enough to get ourselves thermal expansion like we need, which is very close. But it's looking like, with the amount of time that we spent on this episode, that we're going to have to wait for next episode. But in addition to that, what we can do is I'm thinking that we add Trinketer, because not consuming use of trinkets is going to be quite helpful. But I also want to grab ourselves some more Vault Diamonds so that we can just come over here. We can chuck the Vault Diamonds into here, and I can craft up another golden burger, of course, and another set of treasure goggles, but I need more Alexandrite for that. So we'll have to mine the Alexandrite ore. But that should be okay, and shouldn't be any issues, but we at least have 12 more uses of a burger, but 10 is the other one. So we're good for now. What are we at for pile of neutrons? We should be able to actually complete that guy now. So we get our 2 of those. That's all that we need to get ourselves our neutronium compressor. What am I missing? Did I leave the crystal matrix? Oh, I left the crystal matrix in there. Oh, and I'm missing half of the iron because I need 18. Iron 18 and a neutronium compressor. Okay, I only need 17 iron. Cool. But at least we have an extra iron now. This guy can go, I guess, right here. And that will compress all of our stuff into other stuff. So if we take iron, and I use our iron essence to craft it all up into iron ingots. We get all of our iron ingots right here. We craft them all into blocks of iron. If I take all these guys, I chuck them in here. We need 400 to craft ourselves an iron singularity. We are currently at 100. We are currently at 166. Of course, we get ourselves iron. Chuck as much iron as we need into it. That is going to be utterly perfect. What we can do is we just chuck it. Once it hits it, then it'll craft it into. So we are at that. Can I spill it? Okay, well, it looks like we need to chuck exactly 400 more into it. But we do have an iron singularity now, which is quite amazing. We spent 18 minutes in and we looted 500 chests, almost all of them being living chests. So 479 living chests, which was quite amazing, 12 omegas, and that was mostly because I found an omega gilded room, or living room, as well as we added 25 living modifiers on that. So that was quite amazing, but we're able to get all of those knowledge stars, which now we're able to get thermal expansion, which lets us actually craft the stuff we need. So now we got to make these singularities for nickel, lead, tin, and silver, so that then we can finally make ourselves our first infinity catalyst. So we've got our nickel singularity, and as the tin one is made, we're going to get our silver one made up as well. We got to get all the silver first, though, which is going to take a little bit. Get all that silver. Let me click all of it in. We need 300 blocks total. We got 287, so that means we need a little bit more. Thankfully, we're able to get it all right here really quickly. Nice and easy. Get rid of the extra 20. Then we can chuck that in here, because now we've got our tin singularity. We've got everything else all already completely ready and prepared. Got those guys taken care of. Now we're just waiting on the lead and then the silver singularity so that we can finish this off. And the lead one is about to finish now. And now we're just waiting on the silver one. Come on now. Okay, just over halfway done. 2/3, 2/3, 2/3, 3/4, and it's done. Okay, so now we'll be able to craft ourselves our infinity catalyst. Or not? What am I missing? Am I missing something? It's a shapeless recipe. Block of Enderium, transmutable. Steel block. What did I mess up? What? I'm so confused. Okay, what if we remove that from the top? Okay, why is this being difficult? Infinity Catalyst, it says we have everything in here that we need. It says it's a shapeless recipe. So none of these things should matter. What we should be able to do, just chuck them all in, like it's a crafting recipe. We should be able to get ourselves an infinity catalyst. We have redstone, lapis, iron, nickel. It says we've got everything ready. We've got everything as it says in here. Is it because I have two of those? No? Okay. What could it possibly be? This is being really confusing. Quartz, diamond, emerald, copper, tin, lead, silver, nickel, steel. Does it need to be a different kind of steel? 'Cause I can uncraft the steel. Steel ingots. And then craft it back up into steel block. It's still steel. It flashed for a second. What? I'm so confused. Well, I decided that I would make a couple other things. We got the netherite, iridium, platinum, fluxed, and amethyst singularities. We're going to try just chucking the endless pearl, the ultimate stew, and cosmic meatballs in. It works, even though it says it's not a part of the recipe, but cool. Essentially, these guys are all just made pretty much the same way, and overall, the cosmic meatballs are just all the different kinds of meat. Pile of neutrons, ultimate stew is just a bunch of stew ingredients, and pile of neutrons. And the endless pearl is just some neutronium and some nether stars, as well as some ender pearls and endstone. So now we've got all that. And what we can do is we've got ourselves a little piece of infinity catalyst. So infinity catalyst, and grab you out there. We're gonna craft those guys up, but first we gotta chuck the infinity catalyst in, which costs 9.21 billion EMC, which is going to take us quite a bit of time to get, because we are at 1 billion, barely, without it. And what we're going to be using this for is, we just got to wait to craft it up into an infinity ingot. So this is going to be another long waiting game of farming EMC. So what I'm going to do is we're going to run some vaults as we do that, and as we wait, but we're also going to you know, just casually add Heaven Shot as a modifier so that we can. So we grab ourselves 2 Neutronium, 2 Crystal Matrix Ingots, and this is the best modifier for a bow, so we will go dupe and Heaven Shot. So now, what Heaven Shot does, is there a mob that needs a murdering? Okay, normal. Are there any mobs that need a murdering? Let's check out the end, or the nether, and see if we need to slay any mobs, because I do want to showcase just kind of what this will actually do. So, see that Shrider over there? Yeah, so we can actually miss, and I think that's just because it's a passive mob. But if we find, say, something angry like you. Okay, it does a bunch of damage, but the Heaven Shot, I don't know if it's working, because they're not strictly aggressive. But what about the Wraiths? Okay, maybe Heaven Shot's not working, but at least we're getting quite lucky with the soul beads and everything. Maybe we should try it on something else, but also very confused as to... Can't hit Enderman. Can easily return to Sender the Ghast. Of course, because it's just how goated we are. What about you? Will you... Okay, no Heaven Shot, but overall, not a terrible thing either. Let's go back to the secret lair, otherwise known as our new base, and just deposit random stuff that we got. Of course, this is going to take a while for us to get all of the stuff that we need in order to make the infinity ingots that we need. Add to our weaponry, so please stay tuned, because I'm going to be right back. After we first run this vault, but we also have some burgers to make, so what we can do is if we go burger, we grab ourselves some burger pickles, burger tomatoes, burger lettuce, burger cheese, burger buns, and burger patties. We're going to craft ourselves up a bunch of crispy deluxe cheeseburgers and a bunch of spicy or salty deluxe cheeseburgers to get ourselves up to level 72, which then we're going to upgrade. Javelin's already fully upgraded. What do we need to upgrade more of? Prudent. We can upgrade our javelins to make them do more damage, or we can transfer on hit effects or charge no mana for it. I think that's what we're going to do, because charging no mana for javelin is going to be quite useful in the long run. Of course, we have dash and everything, but, you know, mana is still a thing, so we have to worry about it. Anyway, we need more dream stones, and the only way to really get dream stones is through gilded chests, but we can actually get gilded chests using the gilded vault catalysts. So we're gonna have to actually get more dream stones, but I can make dream stones. The only issue is that they cost us a little bit of raw magnetite. The issue with magnetite is that we don't have a lot of it, because you get it from ornate chests. So the way that we're gonna have to do this is gilded chests and ornate chests. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go 5 gildeds and then a couple ornates, and that's the most that we can do for now. We gotta get ourselves a vault rock. So rock and roll. Grab ourselves a little bit of a vault rock, chuck it on there. Of course, we got lucky, got to twerk on that thing. Now we grab ourselves our level 72 vault crystal. Of course, we are going to be taking a little bit of damage in this vault, because we are not perfect by any means. We have a lot to work on, but we should be able to maximize our dreamstone chances. And what we'll do is, chest-wise, turn off living chests. We're going to leave gilded chests enabled, and we are going to purposefully seek out ornate chests as needed. We get 1 random negative modifier on here. Isn't too big of a deal. We can also craft up a bunch of nether stars, because holy nether star shards, we are producing plenty of nether stars, which give quite a bit of EMC as well, which is the whole reason why I'm crafting them up, because the more EMC we get, we're almost to 1 billion again, which we need to get 9 full billion, almost 9.25 for each infinity catalyst, which to get an infinity ingot, we need a total of 11 infinity catalysts. Of course, the neutronium is its own beast, and that's something else that we have to deal with, but that's going to produce itself over time. The rest of the stuff will not. So let's get into the vault and see just what kind of loot we can end up getting. We are going to, of course, turn off flight, and let's hop right in see what we can do for this vault. Come on now, let's do it. So it looks like it is another just normal vault. Of course, there will be interesting things that will spawn in here, but those look like normal chests to me. Same with those, same with those. We gotta turn off Beniatite ore in our X-ray, because we keep seeing Beniatite ore, and that's not okay. Keep cheating. I gotta turn off Larimar ore. Larimar ore is already off, cool. We get ourselves a little bit of living chests before we head over to get ourselves the ornate chests. Oh, this Vault Fighter is a champion. That's why he took so many hits. That's how effective the champion mobs are. By the way, our Supreme Katana is awesome. This one is tooltip level 0+, which is insane. But we are wanting to get it beyond that, and so that it's going to take more time, of course. But it is something that I want to do. Also, we got to make sure that we grab ourselves magnetite, but we also want to make sure that if we see some foci, that we grab those as well. Also, this Tusclan's very piercing sounds, I must say. They are quite scary, but... Okay, it does penetrate, it does do quite a bit of damage. It's just not insane, so I think we're gonna stop using our bow in general from now on. Just because it's not really worth it, but at least we're getting a good amount of magnetite. There's not much else that we use magnetite for other than making magnets. And although that is a good thing for this series, because of course magnets are the one piece of vault gear that we are allowed to use, they're not incredibly more important than dreamstones, just because the vaults we can run with a ton of dreamstones are going to be better for the content and just overall much better. And so dreamstones are the priority, but of course getting a little extra magnetite, turning it into not just raw magnetite but actually usable magnetite is going to be beneficial. And usually I would ignore that final bottom chest, but it has a bunch of magnetite in it, so we're just gonna up here and grab it real quick. Looks like the next closest really good deposit of ornate chests is actually this way. I'm just gonna go this way and give them a grab. Just grab them a little bit. Of course, gilded chests will also give dreamstones, but the rate is decreased, especially compared to, you know, what we're getting right now. So we do want to make sure that we are maximizing that and getting everything that we possibly can. Of course, they do not have thorns, but I have thorns, so they took damage while hitting me, which honestly is on them, because they're stupid for trying to hit me. They could have been friends, but instead they decided to just be angry, and they paid the price. I Anakin Skywalkered their families. And if you don't get that reference, you are probably too young, but that is from a movie where Execute Order 66 was a line, and all of the younglings were murdered. Because fun times. Good movie. Yeah. That movie was actually really sad and depressing. I'm just gonna be perfectly honest with you, but, you know, you live and you learn, I guess. Grab ourselves a couple vault Okay, I'm gonna have to put down these puppies because they are just annoying. Holy. Don't take that out of context. That'll be wow. God. I love dogs, okay? I love animals. I'm an animal dude. But, like, come on now. They were getting a little annoying. Did I grab these already? I think I haven't. Yep, no, I definitely haven't. What I have learned, though, is that within the living strongboxes, they're actually not great. So there's no real reason to even try and mine them. Also, what we're gonna do, let me turn off FOV effects. FOV effects, where is that? Advanced, shader packs, it's not in there. Where is FOV effects? Max frame rate, view bobbing, quality, FOV effects. Is that in a different thing? FOV. Is it not? You know what? Okay, that's fine. I guess it's just not a setting for this version, but that's okay. Because we don't have to worry about it anymore. There's living chests over there, but I don't care. don't have to worry about that. We're just gonna go this way because we can, and there's no reason why we shouldn't. Of course, we're just gonna skedaddle skadoodle, double toggle our x-ray, and there's some good deposits of chests over there, so we're gonna go grab those the exact opposite direction. Of course, I'm a hypocrite. I should have gone the other way. Hypocritical? No, that's the wrong word, but you know what I meant. I'm good at English. Exactly, that's what I thought. Yo, I am an expert at the English language. I was born, I know how to speak. Not really. I wish I could speak better. I have dyslexia, and it make me speak a weird. That's not how that works, but, you know, just bear with me, please. I'm just a boy. But, also, these FOV effects, it's like pulsing. It's like my screen is pulsing. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's giving me heavy anxiety. But that's fine. Glacial Hunter. Bro, maybe you just stop being so fat. Like, you're fine. Just go on a weight loss journey. Do what I did. Anywho, let's go. I wish that we could do that, but we can't because... So, if you guys didn't know, this mod pack already by itself uses so much RAM, but when you go to activate an X marks the spot room, you get a big spike, and I've yet to find an optimization that will actually let us go through and utilize the X marks the spot rooms, which is really unlucky, but overall it doesn't make that big of a difference, just because if we've got a bunch of other things that we can utilize to find the same chests in better, more efficient ways. And yeah, we'll miss out on a bunch of good X marks the spot rooms, but in exchange, we'll also end up getting a lot better loot overall. Also, holy mobs. These mobs are going to be a pain. Okay, oh my gosh. There are so many mobs. There we go. We took care of those guys. Now we can just come down. If I can get... Stop it. There we go. Just take care of the shivers. Of course, we are apparently just cold, because cold is a thing you have to worry about in this, I guess, dungeon. But, you know, the vault. Sorry, they're not dungeons. They're vaults. I forgot. I gotta dictate that. But, you know... Just gotta grab all you guys. Grab you. Nothing, of course. Nothing. Pretty much nothing. And one piece of magnetite. We're at 49 magnetite. We're gonna need 2 per is the main issue. But it's not really gonna be an issue after this because we just got 4 from that guy. 1 from you. A couple from you. 1 in here. Ooh, a free inscription piece. 2 magnetite. And a couple more magnetite that we can grab. Come on now. Come on now. There we go. People say. There we go. Now what we can do is we can head directly this way. And potentially we can get a little bit more ornate chests. Potentially a little bit more other stuff as well. Before we head out of the vaults. Ideally, we find the obelisks, so I'm going to take a little bit more time to find them in this vault, but it's not a massive deal. Also, the pulsing effect on this is starting to make me feel incredibly uncomfortable, so I'm just going to, you know, casually run away a little bit, and hopefully we can find a couple of those obelisks. So, it looks like there's pretty much nothing down here. There's 1 obelisk, or 1 ornate chest, 2 ornate chests. Of course, if we get a dungeon, we will go into it just because it could potentially be an ornate dungeon, but I'm not going to spend an incredible amount of time doing this, just because we're big chillin'. Just heavy big chillin'. Now, we just take care of a couple mobs. Ignore the rest of them. Go straight back here. And hopefully we can run into something good. I'd love it if we just ran into the final 2 obelisks. But that is very low probability. Potentially it could be down here. That one's not. That's fine. Now we just gotta go get these ornates, those ornates. And if we don't really see anything else, like... What I mean by see anything else is essentially if we don't see the other obelisks, then we will just kind of skadoodle before the time runs out. Because, of course, surviving and keeping our loot is the most important thing in these vaults. So make sure that you're doing that. Again, like, do not prioritize greeting. Of course, I say that and then... Editor, just kidding, I'm not gonna edit this. What am I talking about? I don't edit my videos. Why would I do that? It takes way too long. But actually, like, I should really start doing that. Yeah, I gotta work on my editing, honestly. If y'all have any tips on what I could do to edit better, please let me know. I know this is later in the episode, so not many people are watching at this point. But those who are really like my content, so please do, if you enjoy this video, leave a like, because I really appreciate it. Also, we got another obelisk. Come on now. And there's so many mobs surrounding us now. My machine gun tactic for that does not work. Dang it. Okay. These mobs are insanely incredible. I need to work on getting a bunch of my stuff worked out, because if I could only just be better about this. Also, looks like there's 3 ornate chests over here, right next to the spawn room. I say right next, but they're nowhere near next to it. Ooh, and the final obelisk. I know the word, I know the word, I know the word. Y'all are making fun of me in the comments. I can hear it. Gosh, if like half of this gets clipped out of context, I am going to look like an absolute jerk. And you know what? It's gonna be funny. So, any shoot, come on now. Got that shiver. Gilded chest down there that's not really worth grabbing. I am going to mark you, the white marker, and go over to this. Oh, never mind. There's one up here as well. But we're going to get this POI first. Of course, I can just spam click with... The reason why it sounds like I am just full spam clicking is because I'm alternating clicks with my right and left mouse cursor, or mouse button. And the reason why I'm able to do that is just because that's how dual wielding works. You've got a sword in both hands, you can just dual wield. Also, the reason why it wasn't working previously was because of a modifier called double attack, which I thought would work in conjunction with my current modifiers and other things, but it does not work with dual wielding. It actually breaks it, and then you can no longer use either of the swords together, so I had to take it off and get that fixed. But that was also just an oversight on my part, and we were able to fix it. It was nice, but thankfully we're able to go through all these guys, get all the magnetite. The magnetite is, of course, the most important thing, but of course we're grabbing the vault nuggets too. These vault nuggets are amazingly beautiful, they're great. And now what we'll do is we will head straight up and we will fight the final set of the Guardians, along with some vault fighters they summoned. Take care of those guys. Now for the final 2, they're both arbalists. And there we go. Hooray! Tuscalans give the same XP in souls as Ravagers do. So, of course, we are taking advantage of that. Perfect. So, 105,000 XP. Nothing insane compared to our other stuff, but we were able to get it completed. We get this guy completed. No, we need to go on a scavenger hunt vault, find some sparkletine ore. That's something that we can do in the future. We didn't get an artifact, but we did get quite a lot of raw magnetite, which we are going to nearly use all of in order to get ourselves some dreamstones. So, do I have dreamstone? I have 1 dreamstone. That's good. That could have been bad. But I gotta leave Dreamstones in here from now on so that I still have some remaining. We are going to be going through them quick. So Vault Diamonds. I can grab a bunch of them because they're not incredibly expensive. It's 2 million a stack, which is, I mean, I say not incredibly expensive, but it's a little expensive. But overall, for 2 stacks and 64, 2 stacks and 24 of Dreamstones, it is very well worth it. And now we've got some Beniatite that we need. Benny, we got 54 left of ore-wise. Reactivate flight real quick. Oh, free Beniatite, cool. You'll love to see it. Come on, Beniatite, just get all of it placed real quick. Now we mine it, and we got a total of 113 Beniatite. Perfect, which of course we're going to put 2 stacks into there. We don't need any more than that in there. That's all we really need. And now it's mostly just a waiting game for the neutronium stuff to go in here, get enough to get ourselves more infinity catalysts and everything, because this is going to take a while for us to get an infinity ingot, which of course you need 11 infinity catalysts for. So I will be back momentarily. And by momentarily I say probably an hour or 2, or maybe next day. I don't know how long this is gonna take. Please, I need help. It has been a long time. I sat AFK for a long time, got a bunch of pile of neutrons. We got enough for 2 infinity catalysts. Now we just gotta wait even longer. It's probably gonna be day 200 by the time we get this done, but we're gonna push for it. I just AFK'd even longer. We got this. We got a bunch of neutrons. We're at 96,000. Means we're able to get infinity catalysts. We have 12 total. Means you have 1 extra. That means that we finally get to make ourselves. How many crystal matrix do I need? I need 4, 5, 6, 10 total. So we get a full stack. And we sort out 10. And now we just need a bunch of you guys. Oh my gosh. And now we just go and we craft infinity ingot. Got ourselves an infinity ingot. Cool. Crafted it. Infinity ingot accomplished. It doesn't have any MC. I'm gonna have to change that. Give me a moment, please. Okay. EMC added 103,000 or 100 billion thousands. Now have infinity ingot in there. Got that. But now gotta do. So I do. Oh my gosh. 5 infinity. So work on that as a side project. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna try and accomplish by day 2. See how this goes. Okay, well that took a lot of AFKing. A lot of. They're all neuthers. They are all collecting. They are all boosted and go crazy with that. So we are currently at 4.5 trillion. What we need a little bit more over the edge. 2 right now is 4 and 7, and 1 extra in there. So 1,000. So close. So close. Craft up all these now. They out of 2. Okay, so we got all 90, which is insane amount. But I'm hoping that we're gonna be able to. Well, apparently my mic hasn't been recording, so I don't even know what you guys have heard. But essentially, it's almost day 200, and we have 4 infinity blocks. Is enough to make a couple of the parts we need. We need 5 total infinity tool handles in order to upgrade all of our weapons, because we have 2 swords and 2 pickaxes and the 1 matic. That is going to take us 5 full infinity blocks, which each are almost 1 trillion EMC. We're at 838, which we need about 90,000 more EMC to go, and we are not producing nearly enough right now in order to be able to get there. So the pile of neutrons, those are going to need to go up in increasing increments. This is going to be a little crazy because we're going to try and accomplish it before day 200. Fingers crossed it works out. Oh yeah, there is one restriction that I have placed on myself. There is no Project X, meaning that we do not get to have infinite EMC generation. Means the only EMC that we can generate has to be generated through items and has to be manually deposited, which is why this is taking so long, because of course we could solve it easily with that, but that is a little cheaty, so we're gonna leave that out of it. Hopefully we can accomplish this, because otherwise this is going to be so incredibly impossible, because each one of these guys is only 1 million, We need a total of, what, like 90,000 of them to get there. So, I mean, they're increasing, just not as fast as I'd like. This is gonna take a long time, but we are so close. I think I might just make a bunch more of the neutron collectors. Oh my gosh, it is so close. We're at 928. We need 930. Should be able to, with all this stuff, I just deposited all of the neutrons and stuff. Hopefully we can get enough nether stars from these. I do have as many nether star plants as I can, and I made a ton of neutron collectors, but of course we didn't have a ton of time. We got like 15 minutes in the last day, so we're able to get half of it there, a little bit. We should be able to make it realistically, but for now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make 4 of them, 4 infinity tool handles. Of course, they will add a ton of amazing modifiers to our stuff, but we're not gonna be utilizing those for the most part. But now we just gotta wait a little bit longer. Okay, this should be the final deposit for us to get there, and it is. Okay, we got our last infinity block. It's still day 199. We're able to get it accomplished completely. So we got our first sword upgraded. Perfect. Get our second sword upgraded. Perfect. Our first pickaxe upgraded. Perfect. Second pickaxe upgraded. Perfect. And our mattock upgraded. Perfect. And now what we'll do is we will teleport up to the top. We're going to go out the front door, and we're gonna go take down a mountain. So let's go find a mountain. Where's a big mountain? There's a big mountain over here. We're gonna take down this mountain, and we're gonna leave the thing that's on top of it there. We're just gonna remove everything underneath it, because honestly, I just don't care. Ran out of hunger faster than anything else. That's insane. I'm just gonna completely annihilate this entire thing. 965. Did we not get XP for anything anymore? I mean, I guess not, but that's really fine. Did we get any XP for our pickaxe? 3100. 31. Okay, we get XP for our pickaxe. I guess it's because this is... We're insta mining. Never mind, I know why we didn't get it for this guy. Because we weren't actually mining something that it's effective on. We were mining stone, a mattock, and it was just going so fast that it didn't even matter. We're leaving this monastery up here. We're just erasing everything underneath it, just for lulz. I want to see just what we can do to erase this mountain. It looks like I need more saturation though, so might take a second for us to get the saturation we need, because this is going to take a long time if we keep running out of saturation. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're roughly back in the same spot. We're just going to be mining some more of this mountain, just getting rid of the mountain beneath this monastery. This is probably going to take a little bit because, unfortunately, the multi-mine does not want to let us increase the amount of blocks we can mine at once. But we are probably going to get some upgrades to our pickaxe as we remove this mountain from underneath here. Excuse me, skeleton, did you just try to attack me? That's not a good idea. You might want to stop. Like, I don't... Not an easy target. I'm sorry. Like, one, I'm not an easy target. Two, you're just going to hurt yourself the more you hit me. Like, if you do hit me, it's not going to go well for you, bro. It's all good. Just breathe. We're just going to continually remove more and more of this mountain from beneath the monastery. They're currently at heroic level. Our other pickaxe at? Our other pickaxe is a master. We're gonna get both of them up to the tier above heroic, which I don't actually remember what that one is, but it seems as though we are able to go through and get all of our hunger back right as we run out of it. Actually, never mind. It seems as though we are still not getting all of our stuff back, but close. It's definitely closer. That's what matters. What we can do, one moment after I get my hunger back, and this guy upgrades, hopefully soon. Soon, right? Yeah, 13,000. Just gotta get it to 16,000. Just a couple more thousand blocks. Don't worry about it. It'll all go by quickly. Run through literally everything. It's kind of absurd. Okay, there we go. We've grandmastered the tool. Now we're just gonna go straight down. We're actually going to get ourselves some bedrock. We gotta wait a second and then continue descending into the depths of the world, because we can. don't care about water, but you're kind of annoying, so you to leave me alone, please. Water. Just go down, infinitely down, until we hit the bottom of the world. This is insane. Amethyst. Can we harvest the amethyst stuff? No, we can't. That's a bummer. We can harvest bedrock, right? Yeah, we can harvest the bedrock now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's nothing that can stop us now. And what about if we summon a wither? Can we insta-kill a wither? Let's see. Can we insta-kill a wither? So it is going to drift down here, which is not great. You know, maybe we should go upwards. There we go. Oh, so we can insta-kill withers now. That's pretty dope. You'll love to see it. I wonder how that's gonna work in the vault, though. I don't think it's going to work perfectly as I just demonstrated, but it might work rather well. But also, it could just be really laggy, so I don't know, but we're gonna have to test it out. So, we are currently at master level on these guys. I upgraded a bunch of them. They all have maximum resistances possible, though they are still not the very, very best armor. Unfortunately, trying to find a way to integrate newer Tinker's things, but it is taking a little bit. I need to add Mosquito to them as well as Frontiersman, but that's an entirely different thing. Anyway, our swords and everything else are now infinity, and they're amazing. They are spectacular. They do an incredible amount of damage and insta-kill anything. So, what we're going to be doing is running a 100x crowded, 10x soul boost, 5x accustomed vault, and just kind of seeing what happens, because we can. So let's do this. This is going to be very intriguing, very interesting. I'm very curious how this is going to go, so stay tuned, and let's just see exactly what happens. Is a scavenger vault. What we're going to want to do is make sure we're in hard and impossible difficulty. We're going to lock ourselves, because fragged is harder. So you're going to turn hostile creatures down to 2% so that we can actually hear me speaking. We're just gonna come over here and we're gonna see how it is. Probably turn off flight. This is gonna be a rather interesting little guy. No mobs are spawned. Oh, there they are. And it looks as though the insta-kill is working, although it only single targets. So this is going to be incredibly loud. What I think we should do is if I turn okay, hostile creatures being off still doesn't change the sounds from that, so what would change that? Is that player sounds? Or voice speech sounds can go off? There we go. The sounds are a little less intense. Of course, we can insta-mine even with our sword, but we do have to make sure that we watch out, though, because we are taking quite a bit of damage already from these guys, as they do increase damage, they do have increased health, they're quite crazy. And another thing that we have to do, which we're going to go back through our original thing, is I need to add a control for button keybinds, javelin throw. So button 4 is javelin throw. Does it work? It does work. Okay, we can javelin throw. That's amazing. Just gotta make sure that we don't get completely overrun. This is going to be an insane vault, but we're going to still try and complete it, albeit it going to be one of the most difficult vaults that we've ever even attempted. So we just gotta make sure that we are able to not stand still for any longer periods of time. We're able to take care of all the mobs as quick as possible, get the things that we need if we can, and taking care of everything as quick as we possibly can, because we are going to get overrun incredibly fast. But hopefully we can survive, get a bunch of loot, and see if we can hit the most amount of mobs killed in a vault. I don't have a current record that I remember, so we're gonna have to get our new record from this guy. And for that, this is already well on our way, although this is going to be nowhere near what we need to do. Also, it may look laggy for you. It is much more laggy for me. I have encoding and stuff optimized for the viewers, so you guys can actually see mostly what's going on better than I can, at least. The main issue being right now is that we are taking much too much damage. So we gotta get up here, get away a little bit so that we can not insta-die. Drop back down. We're gonna just go as fast as we can. This is actually insane. Like, genuinely, this is pure insanity. I need some kind of large AoE attack that does copious amounts of damage, because no matter what I do, I cannot kill enough of them because they continue to spawn too fast. I don't know how many mobs we're at, or what kind of soul shard numbers we're at, but these guys are dropping... I don't even know if these guys drop soul shards at this point, but oh my gosh. I'm just trying to kite them and survive. I'm gonna see how long I can survive in here. Of course, we're not gonna die, but I do want to see just how long we can survive. And this is genuinely scary because we're low on mana all the time. We're getting tons of mob essence and everything. The main issue being just that the mobs are never ending. They're continually spawning. We still are getting hit. Each mob does like 2 hearts of damage per hit when they hit us. And although we are very good when it comes to not taking damage, we still do take damage, and we do have a maximum health that is not incredibly high. So we just gotta make sure that we can take care of as many of these mobs as we possibly can, because otherwise we're just gonna get completely overwhelmed. Also, I just scratched my nose and we got completely overrun there. Holy. Of course, thankfully, due to me just being an acrobat and having an incredible array of swords, we can do something a little crazy, but it's not gonna last, unfortunately, just because we are taking so much. I don't know how much damage we're gonna have taken in this vault, but I'm guessing that our damage numbers are gonna be beyond 1,000. And our damage dealt numbers are going to be in the millions, if not the hundreds of millions, if not the billions at this point. And our XP will probably end up being quite absurd as well, because although these guys don't give as much XP as their counterparts, they still give quite a bit of XP, as well as the champion mobs will be giving us even quite a few champions an issue. It's not good because they hit hard. And as of right now, they are healing the rest of the mobs, so thankfully, though, we do have good regen, and we're able to target certain mobs, but it's nothing that we really are able to do consistently. Because these guys are crazy. Oh my gosh, we might crash. Okay, well, we crashed a little bit. It should be able to reload. I have a backup. Everything should work. Let's see if it works, though. But I'm hoping we can just go straight back into that vault. Okay, well, it seems like we loaded straight back into it just fine. These guys are quite crazy, though. You know, I'm thinking we're gonna try and survive up to 20 minutes, but I'm attacking as fast as I possibly can, and like I click relatively fast. It doesn't show my attacks, but I'm clicking at over 10 clicks per second on each mouse thing, and overall, it just is not making even the slightest of a dent. Actually, we made quite a bit of a dent there, but there's just so many mobs. I also gotta make sure that I remember which way is out, because it is not that way. It's not to the east. Is it west? That is the question. Seems like it is not to the west either. It probably is to this way. Yes, it is to the south, so we gotta make sure that we can successfully get out by marking that entrance. Holy ow damage. Those guys hurt a lot. Okay, I might need to make a bow, just purely with infinity stuff, just so that we have some kind of ranged piercing attack. Because, albeit having sweeping helps with these large crowds, I do think having some kind of piercing attack that will go through and just annihilate will be incredibly beneficial. But I don't even know how many mobs we've killed, but I think we're going to be able to survive as long as we need to. So I'm going to see what happens once we get to the complete finality of this vault at like the very last second when we leave. I'm just going to do this for the next 17 minutes, and this is going to be absurd. Okay, well, we may have cursed ourselves by saying that. We've grandmastered the tool. We've grandmastered the tool. It's still letting me kill mobs, but it's also letting me just do... I don't even know anymore. What? I think we're just gonna leave. What did I just do? What? We killed 2,000 mobs. We did too much damage. Received 1,000. What? I only spent 8 minutes in there for 717,000 damage. And, okay. I think we broke ourselves. This is, what? I can't open my inventory. How am I, what? Okay, I'm saving. I had to quit. Hopefully this works and doesn't break everything, but what? Okay, we're rejoining the world, and it still broke. What? Huh? Well, I just ran the /kill command, and it doesn't do anything to me. So I don't even know like, did I die and it just doesn't register, or like what actually is happening? Because I'm so perplexed and confused. Well, it's looking like I have to go to one of the backups, because oh my gosh, that broke the game. Okay, well, I had to reinstall to a backup, so now we're in a backup, but that does mean that we did not get to actually run that vault. We have to make a new vault, which I'm thinking is going to be just as interesting, but a little different, and we're just gonna see exactly what we can do with that. So, one moment. Okay, well, since that one didn't work, what I decided to go with is a 20x soul boost, 15x accustomed, 50x onslaught, champion's abode vault, because that is all that I could get realistically. Also, I'm gonna see if I can add some more things to my boots so we can get even more jumps before we go into the vault. Okay, we've got a couple extra jumps, so we can jump midair for a little bit. But we don't have flight, we just have kind of airwalk. We have double jump 20 now, which took quite a bit of time. It took me a while to do things, but now we're able to head into this vault. So we're going to actually do this guy. Still day 199, but you know what I mean. Anywho, 53 times onslaught. Okay. Got training, champion's abode, onslaught, soul boost, chunky mobs, rapid mobs, ruthless mobs, accustomed. That's good to see. I love to see it. Let's see how many mobs will spawn if we do this. Okay. What about if we mine the chest? So I can mine the chests now, and I don't have to worry about anything. But it does seem like still do need to worry about a couple different things. Namely, just not doing anything too crazy, because if we go too fast, we might break things, and, you know, that would be bad. But we're kind of actually going crazy now. So we don't really have to worry about much. These do not insta-kill, even though there are infinity. They only do a lot of damage. Good, I do prefer it that way. They will kill most basic level mobs in one hit, which is good, as it should, but not too OP again, which is great. You'll love to see it. That means that we'll actually be able to probably complete this vault, because it's just an elixir vault, which means that if we're able to take care of everything, we'll be able to just run through it. Just great. Love to see it. Of course, the mob numbers are a little bit lower than I was previously expecting, based on just like their onset number of like percentage wise, but it also could be just that we're not getting lucky enough, and that is a full possibility. So I want to just make sure that I'm aware of that. It also could just be the POIs that I'm finding are very unique, so it could just be the fact that we're finding interesting different POIs than the default ones, because the default ones do typically have more mobs as opposed to the Omega POIs, as opposed to the Omega rooms and such. Be able to complete this guy and go a little bit crazy. It does seem very nice, though, that we just get to mine through and do things as we would if we had a Paxel from Vault Hunters. I don't have to worry about that. We're able to just go through, take care of you, just mine through, run through you. Just kind of gather a bunch of random art stuff as well as we go through this. So it's nice. I mean, we get all the Vault Gold really quickly. We get all that stuff. Kill that guy with our pickaxe, because pickaxe does I mean, realistically, we don't even need to have multiple tools. It's just cool to have them because they all do roughly the same amount of damage, which is near infinite single target. But once you get to the multiple target stuff, it does tend to go down a little bit, but it is nice. It did increase the area of effect utilizing the expanding, or expanded ability, which is quite nice. So we actually get our sweeping pretty good depending on how far away the enemy is from us when we swipe at it. So like for these guys, to be able to one-shot all of them, one-shot all of them, and then be able to just go through and do that consistently so long as I'm at that kind of distance. If I am too close though, or if the mobs are too small or hard to hit, then they will survive. Some of them won't even get damaged at all because again, it's like a work in progress thing. It's just interesting. It's not perfect. It's just kind of cool. So make sure you stay tuned for even more of this stuff. I might switch back to the original swords because these guys are a little OP. Or I might change it so that they don't insta-kill. And I'm gonna have to change a couple of things, but for now, should be able to just loot. Although I do want to try another one of the vault that we ran previously that broke our game. I gotta test some things and see what kind of levels of mobs will actually work. Because that was apparently too much. And I guess the reason why was because we ended up actually dying. Just didn't want to register us as dying, and that was very perplexing to me because it was just like, so you're dead but you're not dead, but you're dying but you're not dying, and it was in and of itself confused. So just needed a little bit of time to get itself straightened out and everything, and now it's all good. So now we're good. Now everything is as it should be. We're able to run vaults, do challenge runs like normal. I will probably... Okay, it happened again. That means that it's something else going on, or that mob one-shot me. Which I don't think is the case. We might be doing too much damage. That might actually be the case. We might be hitting for too much damage due to a couple different factors that increase our damage. Could be quite a funny thing. But this guy's not wanting to take any more damage, so I guess we're stuck here, and we're gonna have to check it out and fix it, hopefully, for next episode. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!